Big City Pizza, Farmers National Bank, McClure Bailey, Attorneys at Law, Dunn's Barbecue Catering and Restaurant, Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash, Monticello Baking Company, Lee's Famous Recipe, Bob Allen Motor Mall, Whitaker Bank of Danville, Bluegrass South Livestock Market, Papa John's Pizza, Withers Chrysler of Lawrenceburg. Today's game is heard around the world on HometownLive.net, powered by KentuckyWiMAX.com. Admiral Football is on AM 1230 and FM 103.9 WHIR.
Good evening from Bardstown, Kentucky. Liam Tomlinson alongside my broadcast partner, Blaine Harden. The 0-9 Danville Admirals take on this 4A 6-3 Bardstown Tigers. And under first-year head coach Justin Grundy, 2 years ago, Bardstown made the state championship, and they look to get back there this season. Bardstown, as I mentioned before, is 6-3 on the year. The season started with a 36-6 loss on the road to Cooper. They beat Taylor County 27-0. Then they beat Thomas Nelson 55-6. Fell to Ashland Blazer 50-13. Topped Elizabethtown 42-20. Fell to Meade County 17-6. But the last three games, they beat Breckenridge County 62-6. Beat John Hardin on the road 39-27. And they beat Nelson County last week 46-20. And, well, the Admirals, as I mentioned before, 0-9 on the season, Blaine. They lost East Jessamine 34-7, Pulaski County 56-6. They put in 4 goose eggs in a row against Lincoln County, a 42-0 loss, and a 41-0 loss to Mercer County, a 33-0 loss to Knox Central, a 36-0 loss to Campbellsville. Then they had a 36-3 loss against Leslie County in the district play. Somerset lost 42-10, and last week they fell 50-0. So I think you look at the schedule this year, look how they have played overall. Bardstown being a bigger team and a dominating team, there's a lot of people here that are saying it's probably just going to be a blowout at senior night here at Bardstown tonight, but the Admirals have to strap them up and get ready for the playoffs next week when they travel to Northern Kentucky to play one of the top teams in 2A, Beechwood. So, Blaine, what do you need to see from the Danville Admirals tonight? As we know, the offense has been struggling all season. Last week they switched it up. They threw it over 35 times. It felt like a different offense. What do you need to see tonight, Blaine?
Yeah, Liam, I think that's a great question. We've been talking about all year the offense, and that's obviously a huge deal. But I think when you're 0-9 going into the 10th game of the season, what you really want to see is some fight. We know next week, like you said, they're going to Beechwood, going to be an uphill battle going against a 1 seed. They just really need to show some fight out here tonight against a really talented Bardstown team. I saw some guys walking around down there. They look pretty big, but they really just need to go out and show fight and show discipline. And I think a willingness to play for Coach Parks. It's obviously been a tough 2 years for the Admirals, so we need to see these guys really playing for him and try to play for themselves as well.
I think what you just said right there about playing for Coach Parks is a very important aspect of this game. You're 0-9 so far on the season. And it's kind of, you can throw in the towel and move on to basketball or start looking ahead because, like, you're playing the one of the top teams in the state next week in Beechwood, and you're playing a team better than you tonight. But, I mean, it's a privilege to put on the pads and you get to play the game. So if you're Coach Parks, I think it's a real sign of if you have progress with this program is if you can get the guys to come out and play tonight. And if they rolled over, I think that says a lot about the state of the Danville program. So I think it's very important to the Admirals come out tonight and show some fight for Coach Parks, as you mentioned before.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the phrase that there's privilege and pressure, I think, especially when you wear the Danville Admiral helmet and you wear that Kentucky on the side, there's even more pressure. It's a really storied program. And let's be honest, you're competing with the program down the street. That's one of the best in the whole state. So they need to show some fight tonight and make these guys want to play and continue to grow this roster and grow these players that are just young guys and want them to come back next year and compete.
Yeah, you're listening to the pregame show, a service of PVL America, a leader in the automotive industry of plastic injection molding, now hiring in Danville. And I think, yes, it's important. Momentum for this season, as you go into the playoffs, you know, clean slate starting next week. It doesn't matter how many. In this district, there's 4 teams, so everyone gets to make the playoffs. Some argue in the state of Kentucky teams that are winless probably should not make the playoffs. Blaine, what's your thoughts on winless teams making the playoffs? Not that they could finish with a win tonight.
You know, I kind of love that part of Kentucky. I like that Kentucky high school sports are very unique. In football, we have the aspect where everyone makes the playoffs. In high school basketball, we have where every team competes for the same one, and I think that's really a unique aspect of Kentucky sports, and I think it's awesome. You never know when a team can get hot and get a chance to really compete. I think it's pretty special.
Yeah, I think one of the beauties of high school football is getting to travel all across the state, playing against different kids. You play kids from different neighborhoods, kids from different parts of the state, because, Kentucky's so geographically different in how everybody grows up or how they live in the state. And that was always my favorite parts. I love playing on the road to go to other places, and I think the playoffs allow you an opportunity to travel, go to a place you might not typically go.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. I mean, we've seen Danville this year really play in that south central area outside of the Breathitt game, and they're going to go all the way up to almost Cincinnati and get to play a really talented Beechwood team this year. You get to see places that you never thought you would, and I think that is a really neat experience. And it can inspire some of these guys. You see a really good program like Bardstown tonight, have a ton of seniors out there. They're going to want – those guys in Danville are going to want that next year when they play. Yeah,
like you mentioned, it's about building – for the future. If you're playing for Coach Parks, what you want to see tonight, as you mentioned, fighting for Coach Parks, and you're playing for Danville. If you're just kind of pushed over and just let this go by, I think that says a lot, especially like the younger kids are watching, the younger people within the community and the younger levels. When you have a Boyle County right down the street, I think it's important that you got to show that you're trying to build something here, that this is all for naught.
Yeah, you can't.
Not all for naught.
You can't show quit. That's the main thing. And honestly, when you look at 0-9, a lot of people may think you have quit. But Bardstown knows your record, too. They're not going to be fired up for this game. I mean, it's senior night. There's a lot of other distractions. I think it's an opportunity for Danville to try to make some plays.
And to Danville's credit, they've played a lot of really good teams. They have not really played any pushover teams. Their schedule is pretty hard. I mean, a lot of times when you're building a program, you play a lot of cupcake teams that you can beat but so far right now, you're playing a lot of teams that have been in the top 1A. You played Campbellsville. You played Pulaski County. That's a really good Pulaski County team. You're playing Bardstown this week, a 6-3 team in 4A. So I think it's interesting to see what the Admirals come out with tonight. It's another day, another opportunity. The score starts 0-0. It's about coming out early, and we'll get more into what is important for the game tonight in about 3 minutes. You're listening to the home of the Admirals, WHIR.
Danville head coach Frank Parks joins the pregame show as the Admirals are set to take on the Bardstown Tigers tonight. Two teams who are familiar with each other. Historically speaking, they played multiple times in the playoffs in the past, and tonight they wrap up the regular season facing each other. And, Coach, appreciate you being on, and this is a very good, athletic, and fast Bardstown team. Tell us what you know about the Bardstown offense.
They got some good athletes. They're explosive. They do a good job running jet sweep and running the ball, and they have some good athletes, so they try to get the ball in those guys' hands, and they can make some explosive plays if you don't rally to the ball and tackle. So we're going to have to really have a group effort in tackling, make sure we had a assertive effort in tackling as well.
And their quarterback, their running back, Amani Marshall, appears to be kind of the guy that you're looking at offensively who handles a lot of the carries, 82 carries, 840 yards, and 10 touchdowns. But their quarterback, Carson Riley, can throw it around too. So you said they do a lot of jet sweep stuff, but tend to throw it around a little bit as well, right?
Yes, they do. Like I said, they have a good group of athletes, so they can throw the ball, they can run the ball. They just try to get it in those guys' hands. And the quarterback does a good job of throwing the ball as well and running. So, they take advantage of those athletes in space and give it to them in different ways.
Defensively, Coach, what do you expect to see out of the Bardstown defense?
Well, they do a lot of blitzing, so we've got to be prepared for their blitz packages. They usually are eye front, but they always bring in one or two off the edge or whatever case may be. So they're a blitz-heavy team, so they like to play a lot of man-to-man covers because they do like to blitz. So we're going to have to win outside on some press releases and things of that nature.
They did go through a coaching change in the offseason. David Clark, who was the longtime Bardstown coach, and he stepped down. Justin Grundy is the head coach now there at Bardstown. Do you know much about Coach Grundy?
I do not actually know much about him. I know the offensive line coach actually was one of my teammates at Georgetown, so I do know the offensive line coach well, but I'm not necessarily know much about the new head coach, Coach Grundy.
Do you and the offensive line coach, are y'all texting this week about the game?
He hasn't. He sent me one last year when we played. He sent me a message, but I wouldn't be surprised that if I didn't hear from him sometime throughout the week.
Yeah, Danville Bardstown. It is a Friday night game. Again, final game of the regular season. It is in Bardstown, Coach. What do you expect to have to do on Friday to come away with a win against the Bardstown Tigers?
Well, it goes back. We got to find some consistency on both sides of the ball. Defense, we'll get a couple good plays here, then we'll give up a big play. So we got to limit the explosive plays and try to create turnovers defensively. Then we got to hit some explosive plays, and we're going to have to be able to win outside a little bit this week in the press coverage and handle the blitzes.
Danville head coach Frank Parks and his pregame thoughts, a service of Raymond Flo's Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville behind Cracker Barrel. Coach, appreciate you being on, and good luck tonight against Bardstown. More pregame coverage coming up in 3 minutes on your home for Danville football. 103.9 FM WHIR.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer.
Hey, Joe Mathis.
Yes, Radio Rick.
It's the 21st season of the Pigskin Report.
We're back Monday evenings from 6 o'clock until 7 with interviews with the head football coaches from Danville, Boyle County, Mercer County, Garrett County, Lincoln County, Center College head football coach Andy Fry, and UK head coach Mark Stoops.
We'll broadcast live from the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen.
The DQ of Harrodsburg Pigskin Report, Mondays from 6 o'clock until 7 on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
Lease and save at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease a new 24 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for only $199 per month for 24 months. $58.79 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock M24173. Must be a current leasee. Bob Allen Chevrolet on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com. Together, let's drive.
This is Casey McCoy, your Bull County clerk. With Election Day approaching, I would like to remind everyone of 3-day early voting, a safe and secure way to cast your vote. Early voting Wednesday, October 31st through Saturday, November 2nd from 8 to 4 at the showroom on Lebanon Road in Danville. Go Admirals from the Bull County Clerk's Office.
Honk your horn for Papa John's newest deal, because it's an extra-large New York-style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. That's one big deal for one big pizza. It all starts with Papa John's original fresh, never-frozen dough, hand-stretched thinner to make 8 extra-large slices with your favorite mouth-watering topping. So hold that slice and fold that slice like a New Yorker. We all know bigger is better when it comes to pizza, so get more for your money with the extra-large New York-style one-topping pizza for $10.99. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's in Danville and Harrodsburg.
At Monticello Bank, helping your business thrive is our business. We offer a variety of products designed to make banking easier. Whether your company is large or small, you can count on us to provide accounts, loans, and other services built around the way you do business, including e-deposit, our remote deposit capture system, and merchant processing. Speak with one of our representatives and let us help you solve your business financial needs today. Monticello Bank, where people matter. Member FDIC. On the Danville Bypass.
Saturday night. Time to conquer old Rocky Top and squeeze out a little orange juice along the way. Tennessee Volunteers and your Kentucky Wildcats. Touchdown!
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5:30 with kickoff at 7:45.
It's all right here on your home for the Cats, and the hits is WRNZ FM C105.
Dunn's Holiday Catering, here for your affordable catering need. Call 734-3675 to get your turkey smoked, baked, or fried, and some of our homemade sides like broccoli casserole, macaroni and cheese, dressing balls, gravy, country ham, and more. So don't let your turkey be jerky. Call 734-3675 and let Dunn's do the cooking for you. We're also available for all your holiday and office parties, so call 734-3675. Don't let your holiday be without Dunn's. It's not a holiday until it's done.
Welcome back to Bardstown, Kentucky, where the Danville Admirals are getting ready to face off against the Bardstown Tigers here in about 9 minutes. Those are the thoughts of Danville head coach Frank Parks, the service of Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville behind Cracker Barrel. Good Neighbor Pharmacy offers free local delivery and convenient and safe drive-through in Danville. So, Blaine, tonight we talked about we talked about a little bit how the two teams got to this point. What do you need to see from the Admirals tonight in order to get a win against the Tigers?
Yeah, obviously last week we saw them try to air it out a little bit more than they have throughout the early parts of the year. And I think really what we need to see them win is play really sound, disciplined defense. And they're going to have to get the ball in Trenton Seller's hand. It's the same recipe for every game. Get him in space and have him make plays.
Yeah, I think it is very important to get the ball in Trenton Seller's hands. Last week, he was really explosive on those quick, short passes. And now we saw quarterback Nathan Doyle sling the rock a little bit last week. I mean, don't get me wrong. About half of them were little touch passes where Jatavian Beasley or Trenton Sellers came across the line of scrimmage. But, hey, if that's what's working, that's what you got to do to give your quarterback some confidence to set up those quick throws across the middle to either Gavin or Jacalvin Walker to make some big plays down the field. And you stretch the field, you open up everything underneath. And when you stretch the field, opening up underneath opens the run game. And I think it's important to just control the clock. If Danville wants to win games, they're going to have to control the clock. They can't just let the other team have the ball for more than half the game. They have to have the ball for probably 3/4 of the game if they want to win, realistically.
Yeah, that's a great point, Liam. They need to have some really good ball control tonight. They need to run this clock down because Danville needs it to be a short possession game. If there's a lot of possessions, that's where they're going to have trouble scoring and keeping up.
Yeah, the defense has been good this season, but last week you saw, tried the onside kick early, which an onside kick, you're 0-8 at the season, so you're 0-8 at that point in the season. Why not come out and try something a little, get the teams going to get some momentum to start the game? You're trying anything at this point, which I really like. Me and you have talked about all season, trick plays. Try something to catch the Bardstown Tigers off guard early in this game.
And yeah, when you're winless, you're allowed to make all these chances to try to create something, whether that be on offense, throwing the ball a lot, or an onside kick tonight. And normally in the last game of the year, you might try to conceal some things going into the playoffs. When you're 0-9, your only goal is to get a win this year. I think you throw the kitchen sink at them tonight, onside kicks, trick plays, everything you haven't ran this year. Try to get a win, get some momentum.
Yeah, so Bardstown, let's look at the Bardstown offense a little bit tonight. At quarterback is Carson Riley. He averages about 110 yards per game, and he has 13 touchdowns on the season. They rely on Amonte Marshall on the ground. He has 840 yards on the season, averaging a 105 a game with 10 touchdowns. So we can expect a lot of ground control for the Tigers tonight. Hamilton is also the second leading rusher with about 50 yards per game. So if you can limit the rush and try to force this Bardstown QB to pass, things could get interesting here in Bardstown tonight.
Yeah, I think Coach Parks, I'm sure he's watched the film. He knows what he needs to do. Load the box, try to make these guys throw, get the ball back, get possession, and then if you're Danville, I think you try to run some time off the clock, keep ball possession, and score some touchdowns.
Which has been really hard for the Admirals to do this season. It is a lot easier said than done, especially from up here in our vantage view in the press box. Just march down the field. You just can't shoot yourself in the foot. No penalties, nothing to get you behind the sticks early. On first down, first down is probably the most important down right here. If you can get yourselves ahead of the sticks, that gives you chances to take shots down the field, maybe on second down, and something will be open. And one thing I've really noticed with these Danville DBs, they're great tacklers, but they get beat over the top a lot. They kind of gamble on the pass, and it looks like they jump way too early. The ball always is over their head.
Yeah, and I think when you're an 0-9 team, you need to have some sort of attainable goals. And going into this game, if I was Coach Parks, I would say our goal is to not have any penalties. Don't self-destruct tonight. Make Bardstown beat you. They're obviously a very good team, well coached to get to this point at 6-3. But make them beat you. Don't give it to them.
Yeah, that's important. Make them earn the victory. Don't give them the victory by throwing a couple 3 pick sixes in a game and not giving yourself a chance. All the seniors are the captains for Bardstown tonight. Danville with their typical 4 on there. And there's about 4 minutes until game time, and we'll be back with more. You're listening to the pregame show, a service of PVL America, a leader in the automotive industry of plastic injection molding, now hiring in Danville. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to the home of the Admirals, WHIR.
This is Casey McCoy, your Bull County Clerk. With Election Day approaching, I would like to remind everyone of 3-day early voting, a safe and secure way to cast your vote. Early voting Wednesday, October 31st through Saturday, November 2nd from 8 to 4 at the showroom on Lebanon Road in Danville. Go Admirals from the Bull County Clerk's Office.
This is Andrew Hager reaching out with news of a new residential addiction treatment center for men located in Danville. Altogether Recovery offers life-saving, compassionate care for drug and alcohol addiction. Opening soon. Altogether Recovery Center in Danville.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
At Bob Allen GMC, we are professional grade. Lease a new 24 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab SLE for only $279 per month for 24 months. $62.61 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock M24 188. Must be a current leasee. Bob Allen GMC on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Mike Gay here. Everyone at SD is cheering for our local high school teams this season. We're proud to be a sponsor and are rooting for your success both athletically and professionally. Good luck. Have a great season. And from SD in Harrodsburg and Danville, we're behind you all the way. For more information about our commitment to making the world a healthier, more hygienic place and learn more about our job opportunities, visit sd.com/careers. That's ESSITY.com/careers. sd.com/careers.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
Everyone loves a party, but not everyone loves to plan one. At Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville, nothing makes them happier. Hosting a party, business function, wedding, or family reunion, Lee's Catering's got you covered. Lee's famous combination of delicious food and superior service makes them the perfect partner for any event, large or small. Pickup, delivery, and full service options include table service and needed utensils. Call Lee's at 859-236-8777. 236-8777 for Danville's Lee's Catering on South 4th.
Saturday night. Time to conquer all Rocky Top and squeeze out a little orange juice along the way. Tennessee Volunteers and your Kentucky Wildcats. Touchdown!
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5:30 with kickoff at 7:45.
It's all right here on your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ FM C105.
Welcome back to Bardstown, Kentucky, where the Danville Admirals are taking on the Bardstown Tigers on the road. And right in front of us right now is an insane light show, especially for a high school program right here, Blaine.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. I feel like I'm in Kroger Field or South Carolina Stadium. I mean, this is unbelievable. Great atmosphere here for senior night for Bardstown.
Yeah, the captains for the Admirals tonight was Caleb Wilcher, David Shelton, Sasha Wade, and Josiah Israel, who have all been huge pieces of the team this year. Josiah Israel, David Shelton, and Sasha Wade have really held down this defense in the front seven.
Yeah, and they've really led by example, Liam. I think they've done a really good job this year. We've talked about throughout this pregame show how difficult this season has been for them, but those guys are continuing to play hard. The kicking game obviously has had to be a big deal for them, and they've done a really good job, so Wilcher definitely deserves to be out there.
Yeah. Tonight's broadcast of Danville football on WHIR is presented by CPP Custom Promotional Products at 120 East Lexington Street in Harrodsburg. Bardstown is their purple pants, purple jerseys, and white helmets with purple stripes. The Admirals are in white tops, white pants with the blue numbers on the tops, and gray helmets. Unreal atmosphere
and
here
Liam,
right now.
I can't get over this light show. I'm taking a video of it right now. I got to show the parents back home that this game is legit tonight.
Oh, yeah, they are excited for senior night here in Bardstown. And, this is insane, man. Hopefully when Danville gets them stadium upgrades, they can do something like this. Because, I mean, this is the future. A lot of high schools are going to start going this way. They started with turf fields, which Danville's going to stay with the grass field, I'm pretty sure. But stuff like this adds to the fan experience. And in 2024, adding to the fan experience is one of the crucial aspects. Because more fan involvement with the program, more money for the school, more money for the athletics, for the programs. That's always important.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talked on one thing. Admiral Stadium, I hope, has a grass field forever, one of the best grass fields in the state. Really a joy to play on that field. But you're right. You have to make something special to have people come to games in 2024. And Bardstown's definitely doing it right, and this is going to be a good one tonight. I'm excited.
Yeah, the Admirals will receive the opening kickoff, and Bardstown will be kicking right to left on your radio dial. Back deep for the Admirals is KJ Dismo. In front of him is Trenton Sellers and Jatavian Beasley. They've been trying to get the ball to KJ a lot more throughout the season. I like how they stayed consistent with running back and quarterback later throughout the season. I think it's important to have consistency as a program, and if you want to just build some momentum.
Yeah, and you want to get these guys reps, right? We've talked about how young this team is all year. Continuing to get these guys reps. We saw Doyle throw in warm-ups, and we were talking about how good his balls look and how much better they've looked since the first game of the year. So that's something you just see with reps. You get a lot better with reps. Football is a sport that you don't get better at unless you actually play it, and these guys have gotten better this year, there's no doubt.
Alex Wood, not the MLB pitcher, kicking off for Bardstown to start the game. We're waiting for the ready-to-play whistle. There it is. And here we go. It's a booming kick. It's Elmore back deep. He catches at the 6. He gets to the 10. Running on the left side to the 15, and he's met at the 15. He tries to break a tackle, and he is brought down by a couple Bardstown defenders on the other side of the field. He really didn't have anywhere to go. He tried to extend it to the outside, and Bardstown did a great job containing the edge on that play.
Yeah, great kick by Bardstown and a good job containing that edge. Really nowhere for him to go, and the Admirals are going to start in some unfavorable field position.
It'll be first down and 10 from their own 15-yard line to begin the game and kick off your next party with a great tasting pizza from Big City Pizza in Danville. Admirals huddling up. Bardstown in a 4-man front, 4-3 defense. Bardstown has some big guys down there at backer position, not just on the line. Even their DBs.
Yeah, some really big guys. When they were doing the senior announcements, we could just see how physical they looked, and I got to walk by a couple of them during warm-ups, and they definitely have some size on them. Danville's going to have to beat them with speed on the outside.
Back shotgun formation with Jatavian Beasley and Trenton Sellers tight to the line and KJ Dismo in the backfield. They hand it off up the middle. He gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage at the 14, so it'll be a rush. It'll be a 1-yard loss on the rush for KJ Dismo.
Yeah, tough start there for the Admirals. Really just nothing going. Looked like Bardstown completely crowded the line of scrimmage there and kind of knew where that play was going from the start.
Second down and 11 for the Admirals. Admirals going left to right on your radio dial. It's kind of a different game with them having the play clocks here than when we played just a few years ago. It's always interesting to see tight formation once again. Trenton Sellers to the left, Tavian Beasley to the right, Calvin Walker on the left side of the line. It's a sweep to Trenton Sellers. He gets back to the outside. He's at the 15 to the 16. They might say he's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. He went about 5 yards in the backfield on the reverse. He was able to get some positive yards.
Looked like a little laundry on the field there, Liam, showing where the flag is. I would think that's holding, but I didn't see it on the play.
Yeah, I thought Trenton Sellers did a great job of making something happen by himself right there, but yeah, there is some laundry on the field.
And early we see them do that touch pass, and Sellers gets outside. He gets a couple yards. I think that was a really good play call.
Holding against the Admirals will push them. It'll be half the distance to the goal penalty. They'll be at the 3-yard line, so it'll be second down and 22.
They've kind of already blown my goal for the game, Liam. In pregame I talked about how it'd be really important for them to just not get a penalty all game. Right now you're already at the 3-yard line. That's a really tough situation to be put in for an offense that hasn't had a lot of success this year.
Yeah, penalty flags, a reminder of Sheriff Taylor Bottom. Never drive without your seatbelt or you'll receive a penalty. Danville spreads out wide. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback Nathan Doyle stands lonesome in the end zone. He takes the snap. Bardstown sends some blitzes. It's a hitch route to KJ Dismo, and it just goes over his head, so it'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Liam, I don't love that play call for the Admirals. I'm not a huge fan of the empty formation in football. You have limited options. The defense knows what you're going to do, especially when you're that far in your end zone. You have a chance for a safety there, but luckily get away with just an incompletion.
At least they try to get the ball forward. They try to push the ball downfield, didn't try a screen or try to go backwards, especially in this situation in the end zone. At this point, you're just trying to get out of the situation.
And they run a quick hitch there, so you get the ball out quickly, and that's the best case scenario.
Tight formation to the right of the line, one wide receiver to the left, and we already have a timeout by the Admirals. With 10:49 remaining in the first quarter, the Admirals use their first timeout. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to the home of the Admirals, WHIR.
Don't be a dirty driver. You can shine on and drive on with a clean vehicle from the original Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville on Perryville Road. The original Thoroughbred Car Wash has 6 self-service bays and 8 vacuums and a touchless automatic wash that washes, waxes, and blow dries for the spotless wash that you'll be proud of. Find the original Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville on Perryville Road, just down from Big Lots. Open 7 days a week for your convenience.
This is Casey McCoy, your Bull County Clerk. With Election Day approaching, I would like to remind everyone of 3-day early voting, a safe and secure way to cast your vote. Early voting Wednesday, October 31st through Saturday, November 2nd from 8 to 4 at the showroom on Lebanon Road in Danville. Go Admirals from the Bull County Clerk's Office.
Welcome back to Bardstown, Kentucky. It is 3rd down and 22 for the Admirals. Ball on their own 3. They have to get to their own 25-yard line. 10:49 remaining in the first quarter. That's Dexter and Wright Minor Insurance scoreboard update. 2 wide receivers to the right, tight to the line. 2 to the left, spread out wide. KJ Dismo in the backfield. Trenton Sellers in motion from right to left. Quarterback Nathan Doyle takes a snap, and I think that's going to be a false start on the Admirals. They could have called a couple false starts on that play.
Yeah, I think they let one go at first, but they weren't going to let 2 of them go. I like the idea of getting Trenton Sellers in motion. It makes it hard on the defense when the best player on your offense is constantly in movement. You can't just shadow him. But unfortunately, it can lead to some false start penalties.
They're going to say offsides, actually, on Bardstown. That'll open up the field a little bit for the Admirals. Instead of 3rd and 22, it'll now be 3rd and 16.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of plays in the playbook, Liam, for 3rd and 16. That's a tough distance.
3 wide receivers line out to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for quarterback Nathan Doyle. Quarterback Doyle's taking the snap. He's looking deep. He launches downfield to Trenton Sellers down the sideline. Ball was placed about at the 35-yard line, but it is incomplete. It was just a little bit over the head of Trenton Sellers, but it was only where Trenton Sellers could get it.
Yeah, it was honestly a well-thrown ball, and I think in that situation, the Admirals have had trouble creating big plays this year. That's probably your best option, is throwing a jump ball to Trenton Sellers in a place where he can't get it. And I honestly thought he might be able to catch that ball, but unfortunately it's going to be a 4th down and time to punt it away for the Admirals.
Yeah, Caleb Wiltshire back to punt for the Admirals. He is standing deep in his own end zone. Back deep for Bardstown is Seven Hamilton. We have some penalty flags on the field. It'll be an illegal substitution on the Admirals. That'll push them half the distance to the goal. Oh, excuse me, a sideline warning. That's a legal substitution. Oh, no, sideline warning? There's no warning. They're just going to push it back already?
Yeah, that's really surprising. Usually you do get a warning. It's very rare to see one this early in the game, but the Admirals look a little bit scrambled right now. They don't seem completely organized.
Yeah, Caleb Wiltshire with his feet, he might be touching the out-of-bounds line right now in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and you're going to need a good snap in this situation when you're in the end zone. That's the kicker's worst nightmare, is a bad snap.
Seven Hamilton and Amonte Marshall back deep to return for the Tigers. Both of those 2 playmakers for the Tigers back deep. Caleb Wiltshire catches the ball in the back of the end zone. Pressure by Bardstown. He punts it up. It's at the 25. It's going to bounce to the 30. It's going to be fielded by Marshall. He gets a 20, 15, 10, 5, cuts it across into the end zone. He took a gamble to pick it up, but take chances, make mistakes. Miss Frizzle said it best. He runs it right into the end zone. There was a group of Danville defenders there at the 30 off the bounce. They weren't there to field it, and took a chance by Amonte Marshall.
Yeah, and an unbelievable play by Amonte Marshall. Heads up. I thought the Admirals were going to get a favorable bounce there. He swoops right in while no one's expecting it, and the players look surprised that he picked it up to begin with, and a really good return for a touchdown.
Yeah, he just ran it right down the sideline. He caught it towards the in between the numbers and the sideline. He ran it down the sideline, cut it across the middle of the field. and took it into the end zone. Extra point for Bardstown is up, and it is good. It is 7-0. Bardstown leads Danville with 10:19 remaining in the first quarter. You're listening to the home of the Admirals, WHIR. Back in a minute.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
Lease and save at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease a new 24 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for only $199 per month for 24 months. $58.79 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock M24173. Must be a current leasee. Bob Allen Chevrolet on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com. Together, let's drive.
Step into Papa's Quick Stop across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds and discover the enchanting world of Candleberry candles in the huge Candleberry Corner. Refresh your world with our array of fresh cargo scents for cars for $1.99, tantalizing tarts $7.99, and delightful room sprays for $9.50. Small jars are $14.99, large jars $25.99, grand candy jars for $89.99, and a large selection of cookie jars for that special someone at $159.99. Visit us at Papa's Quick Stop across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds for an exhilarating experience.
Welcome back to Bardstown, where they're kicking right to left on your radio dial. Kick is up, and it bounces into the end zone, so it will be a touchback. And the Admirals will begin with the Admirals ball at their own 20-yard line.
A pretty heads-up play there by Marquise Elmore. Last time they tried to take it out and didn't get very good field position, which led to, obviously, the punt return touchdown that we just saw. Let it go out of the back of the end zone and get the ball in some better field position.
The Admirals look to get a first down on this drive. Just start with one first down. Don't try to go for the end zone on one play. Just take some clock and march downfield.
Yeah, that last drive was obviously pretty tough. We got hurt by some penalties, but also some bad luck on passes. Hopefully this drive yields some more yards.
Yeah, pistol formation for the Admirals. KJ Dismo in the backfield, and Kyron Coleman to the left quarterback, Nathan Doyle. Bad snap, and it's handed off to KJ Dismo, and he is tackled for a loss. It'll be a 2-yard loss on the run. The Admirals will have 2nd and 12 on their own 18-yard line. That was just kind of doomed from the start.
Yeah, nothing going there at all. I liked the idea of having two backs in the backfield there. That gets you some more support in blocking, but seemed to be no problem for the Bardstown front seven.
Yeah, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to probably get a first down and probably get some points on the board in this drive. If you get another 3 and out here, this game could get out of hand fairly quickly.
Yeah, and they're a really good team. We haven't even seen the Bardstown offense yet, and they already have 7 on the board. So you're right. Some points here would go a long way in gaining some confidence.
Pistol formation once again. 1 wide receiver split out to the left, 1 to the right. It was Kyron Coleman to the right of quarterback Nathan Doyle. KJ Dismo behind him. They fake the handoff. He's rolling to his right. He had a receiver, Trenton Sellers, open, but Amani Marshall sacks quarterback Nathan Doyle way in the backfield. Let's see where his forward progress is marked at. They'll say he's down at the 5-yard line of the Admirals. So it'll be 3rd down and 25 for the Admirals. A long way to go on this 3rd down. This 3rd down is a very important play. It serves a Coldwell Banker VIP Realty.
Yeah, Liam, I'm already getting deja vu from the last drive, but Amani Marshall is really putting his stamp on this game so far, dominating the Admirals. Great play on defense by him. And obviously the kick return earlier, he's made his impact for the Tigers.
Yeah, he came in from the safety position. He's sent the safety blitz, and he just found his way. Trenton Sellers was open deep downfield, but quarterback Nathan Doyle never stood a chance. He was rolling to the right this time. I like how they're rolling him to the right side. We might have a flag on the play for a delay of game.
And they're playing a lot of press coverage on Trenton Sellers, which I personally don't agree with. If I was the Tigers coach, I'd stay off him. And he's done a really good job getting separation at the line of scrimmage. I'd like to see them take advantage of that and maybe get a long shot in.
Yeah, the Admirals were at the 5-yard line. And this delay of game will push them half the distance to the goal. So it'll be 3rd and a country mile once again. And penalty flags, reminder, Sheriff Taylor Bottom. Never text and drive or you'll receive a penalty. They mark them down at the 3-yard line.
Liam, we haven't done so hot with the penalties so far, and that was sort of our goal for the game, but it hadn't gone our way early.
And that's just reflective of practicing all season and coaching all season. The penalties, those are things you can control. Those are the controllables. You can't control if a team is more talented than you. Trips to the left, the 1 wide receiver to the right, quarterback Nathan Doyle has KJ Dismo to his right side, and we have another penalty by the Admirals. The right guard moved a little bit early on that one.
And frankly, we're
Chase Lopez.
We're just seeing a lot of undisciplined football early. I mean, to me, it seems like Bardstown is more talented, but we wouldn't even know because there's a false start or something every other play right now.
Yeah, I mean, you get sacked. That's just part of the game, but these penalties put you back already there, put you back even farther, and you don't even have an opportunity to show off what you can do as an offense if you just keep pushing yourself back towards the end zone. You're really limited in that aspect. Trenton Sellers lined up to the right by himself. On the left side, Calvin Walker, Jatavian Beasley, and Gavin Walker. KJ Dismo to the right of quarterback Nathan Doyle. They send blitz, miscommunication between Trenton Sellers and quarterback Nathan Doyle, but we might have a penalty on the Tigers.
Yeah, that looked like that was in the secondary there. I think he got a little handsy there, the DB did on Sellers, but it seemed like there was miscommunication on that play, so we might get lucky here.
Yes, defensive holding against the Bardstown DB. Trenton Sellers ran a slant route, and it looked like quarterback Nathan Doyle was throwing a go on the play. And there was miscommunication on the play anyway. Danville got lucky. There's a penalty flag on the field. So it's going to be third down here. It's not like the NFL where you get an automatic first down.
Yeah,
third down and long.
That's disappointing, Liam. I was hoping it was like the NFL. And Danville was going to get a fresh set of downs to try to put their stamp on this drive, but unfortunately, you're right, going to be third and long.
Ball on the 12-yard line. 3rd and 18 for the Admirals. The wide receivers lined out to the left, one to the right. KJ Dismo to the right of quarterback Nathan Doyle. A lot of pressure. It's another slant route, and it is caught at the 17-yard line where it will fall at to JaCalvin Walker. And that was a great catch by JaCalvin Walker with the linebacker all over him.
Yeah, a really good play by JaCalvin Walker there. Unfortunately, not going to be close to the first down, but I think that was a good play.
Yeah, 6-yard pitch and catch from quarterback Nathan Doyle and wide receiver JaCalvin Walker. JaCalvin Walker, he fought through that and held on. That was very impressive. I've seen his development throughout the year. He looks like he's gained a lot of confidence. He's one of them younger players, too, on this team, and it's important to see him grow as he gets older.
Yeah, you're right. He's gained a ton of confidence.
And the punt is blocked, and it's Caleb Wilcher jumps on it. Bardstown will start with the ball in Danville territory at the 9-yard line, and this is kind of just a disaster start for the Admirals.
Yeah,
it is a disaster start for the Admirals.
Yeah, it seems a little bit indicative of how the season's gone. And the captain there, number 16, Caleb Wilcher, he's gotten the tough end of two special team plays tonight. I mean, you have the kick return on the first one, and all of a sudden this one's blocked, and it's not necessarily his fault, but tough plays there.
The Admirals with a 3-man front, 3-4 defense to start the game. Bardstown is huddling up. Ball will be placed at their own at the Danville 8-yard line as well. They'll mark them. Shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Wing on the right side of the line. And running back, Seven Hamilton to the right of the quarterback. Orbit motion, and they hand it to Amani Marshall, and he runs through contact to the right side up to the 5-yard line. Ball comes out. Danville thinks they recover it. Let's see what the refs decide. They're going to say he did not lose the ball. He said he was down before the ball came out, so that is a 3-yard gain to the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 5.
And that's a really good job by Danville to rally to that ball. Orbit motion as a defender is really hard to guard. You don't know where the guy's going. All of a sudden, he's turned around and running downhill. Amani Marshall, we obviously know early in this game, is a really good player, but they stopped him and did a good job, and I thought they were going to get that fumble call.
Yeah, 1 wide receiver to the left. It's 2 wide receivers to the right. Amani Marshall trips right. 1 wide receiver to the left. Carson Riley in the quarterback position with a Bardstown timeout on the play. They want to talk over this 2nd down play. There's 6:31 remaining in the first quarter. The Admirals are trailing the Tigers 7-0. We'll take a quick minute timeout with Bardstown. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to the home of the Admirals, WHIR.
Big deals.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with big deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre. I'm the relationship banker for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, and I'm excited to announce that once again we are teaming up with the Salvation Army to help provide meals to those in our area that are less fortunate. For every vehicle sold during the month of November, we will donate $50 to the Salvation Army. Please stop by and help us help those in our community that need it the most. Shop online at stuartpowell.com, or stop by 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville.
Every fan knows the advantages of playing on their home field. Hi, I'm Patrick McClure from McClure Bailey. Proud to be a lifelong resident of Danville and Bull County. Our firm can provide a variety of services to meet the legal needs of you and our community. We're all local attorneys. We understand the needs of the people from Danville and Bull County because we are people of Danville and Bull County. Call the hometown team of McClure Bailey at 236-8888. Now located at 426 South 4th Street, just south of downtown Danville. Go Ads, go Cats, and go Rebels. This is an advertisement.
Just a note to tell you about Papa's Quick Stop, the former truck stop on Stewart's Lane in Danville's now open 24 hours a day. You'll discover they sell only quality Shell gasoline, and they're a branded Shell gasoline store. Shell's a name you know and trust. Fleet discounts are available. Ask Thomas how you can become part of the Fleet Savings family. Be sure to ask about how to get your money-saving Papa's Rewards card that will save you 3 up to 5 cents a gallon on every fill-up. Inquire at any Papa's Quick Stop location. Papa's Quick Stop is in Danville and Stewart's Lane, now open 24 hours a day.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, and I have exciting news for you. From now until the end of the year, current Ram truck owners can get up to $10,000 off a new Ford F-150. $10,000 off a new Ford F-150. This is the first time Ford has ever offered this type of discount. Please take advantage of it. We have over 150 new Fords in stock. Stop by and see us at 225 South Danville Bypass or shop online at www.stuartpowell.com. We make it easy.
Everyone loves a party, but not everyone loves to plan one. At Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville, nothing makes them happier. Hosting a party, business function, wedding, or family reunion, Lee's Catering's got you covered. Lee's famous combination of delicious food and superior service makes them the perfect partner for any event, large or small. Pickup, delivery, and full service options include table service and needed utensils. Call Lee's at 859-236-8777. 236-8777 for Danville's Lee's Catering on South 4th.
Hello, I'm Jimmy Drake for the Farmers National Bank's Harrodsburg branch. In the past 5 years, Farmers National Bank has donated more than $250,000 to local schools and education. Wishing everyone a great academic and athletic season. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank, member FDIC.
This is Casey McCoy, your Bull County Clerk. With Election Day approaching, I would like to remind everyone of 3-day early voting, a safe and secure way to cast your vote. Early voting Wednesday, October 31st through Saturday, November 2nd from 8 to 4 at the showroom on Lebanon Road in Danville. Go Admirals from the Bull County Clerk's Office.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
Together, let's drive at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease the all-new 24 Chevy Traverse for only $439 per month for 36 months. $3,900 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 lease miles per year. Stock M24824. Bob Allen Chevrolet, located on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Sorry if you missed us. It started with Bardstown made it 14-0 based off a Keeson Graves 7-yard touchdown pass. Marquise Elmore returned the kickoff to the 43, a block in the back on the Admirals, places the ball on their own 30-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, low snap to the quarterback. Quarterback is under pressure, and that's no one in the area. He is hammered on the ground. Bardstown had 4 guys in the backfield, and there was no Admiral offensive lineman back there, and quarterback Nathan Doyle is down on the field.
Yeah, and he looks in a lot of pain, and obviously this is terrible. We don't want to see anyone hurt, but especially your quarterback. That's the leader of your team, and a really young kid that's fought through a lot this year and got up from a lot of hits.
Yeah, we're going to take a break while they examine quarterback Nathan Doyle. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to the home of the Admirals, WHIR.
Honk your horn for Papa John's newest deal, because it's an extra-large New York-style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. That's one big deal for one big pizza. It all starts with Papa John's original fresh, never-frozen dough, hand-stretched thinner to make 8 extra-large slices with your favorite mouth-watering topping. So hold that slice and fold that slice like a New Yorker. We all know bigger is better when it comes to pizza, so get more for your money with the extra-large New York-style one-topping pizza for $10.99. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's in Danville and Harrodsburg.
This is Casey McCoy, your Bull County Clerk. With Election Day approaching, I would like to remind everyone of 3-day early voting, a safe and secure way to cast your vote. Early voting Wednesday, October 31st through Saturday, November 2nd from 8 to 4 at the showroom on Lebanon Road in Danville. Go Admirals from the Bull County Clerk's Office.
This is Andrew Hager with news about Boyle County's first residential addiction treatment center. Altogether Recovery provides specialized addiction treatment services, specifically tailored for men struggling with drug and alcohol misuse. Altogether Recovery, opening soon.
Welcome back to Bardstown, Kentucky. Nathan Doyle still down on the field. We're waiting for an update on that. And Boyle County is up 10-0 on Frederick Douglass at the moment. And Boyle County's just been having an impressive season the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, they're really one of the most impressive programs, not only in the state but in the country. Just knocking off teams that are bigger than them, and that
win in Ohio against St. Edwards is one of the most impressive wins.
Yeah, and we've talked about it, how that sort of put Kentucky high school football on the map, and I think as Kentucky football and the SEC college has done better, the actual state high school talent has got better as well.
Quarterback Nathan Doyle being carried off the field, and Chandon Carter is warming up for the Admirals.
And we really hate to see that. Like we talked about, Doyle is just such a warrior, a kid that's fought through a lot this year, and, hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, when you're a freshman, you're getting, like I said, you just haven't been in the weight room as long as some of these other guys, and what prevents you from injury is just being in the weight room, building up your bones, building up your muscles, being stronger. And
absolutely, and we've talked about how big this Bardstown front seven is, and also Danville has some young guys on that offensive line. They really just got the tee off on Doyle on that play, and unfortunately it led to an injury.
Bardstown's been sending pressure kind of all game, and they've just been able to get in the backfield. Yeah. So tight formation here for the Admirals. 2nd down and 10. Ball on their own 30-yard line. Marquise Elmore comes in, quarterback. KJ Smo to the right of him. He drops the snap, and it's a fake jet sweep to Trenton Sellers, and he gets to the 15-16. He's going to lose 4 yards on the play, and they're going to mark him at the 26-yard line. A 4-yard loss by Marquise Elmore on the run. I think he was trying to give it to Sellers, but he got blown up, and he had just nowhere to go.
Yeah, and I think the good news is about Shannon Carter coming in the game is there's not many teams, I would say, in the state that their backup has had as many snaps as Shannon Carter has. With that early season, 2-quarterback system, at least he's got some experience.
Marquise Elmore is in the game.
Oh, Marquise
right
Elmore.
Now. Yeah. 3rd down and 14 to go. The Admirals have to get to their own 40-yard line. Tight formation here for the Admirals. KJ Dismo behind quarterback Marquise Elmore. They jet sweep it to Jatavian Beasley. He gets to the 25, 30, to the 35, and he falls just shy of the first down marker. They're going to say he is down at the 37-yard line. Gain of 10 by Jatavian Beasley on the rush. That was a great job by Jatavian Beasley to get around the outside.
Yeah, a really good play by Beasley. Just a quick pitch and getting – I kind of like this condensed offense that Danville's running so far. Really hard to guard as a defense.
I really like this against Breathitt County last week. It'll be 4th down and 3 from their own 37-yard line. They have to get to the 40. And Marquise Elmore drops the snap, and he has nowhere to go. He is tackled by the whole Bardstown defense, -1, and he's back tackled at the 30-yard line, so that's a loss of 7. And the Admirals just haven't been able to get any positive momentum going.
Yeah, you're right, Liam. Really just a total uphill battle for this Danville offense.
1st down and 10 for Bardstown on the Admiral 30-yard line. Bardstown huddling up. Bardstown breaks the huddle, and they have a different quarterback in the game. It is Jaden Lampkin. False start on the Tigers. That'll be 1st down and 15. Penalty flags, a reminder, Sheriff Taylor Bottom, never drink and drive or you'll receive a penalty. The Tigers have played a pretty sloppy game so far, Blaine. They really haven't done anything outstanding, but that punt return and made a play on 3rd down.
Yeah, no, you're right. Really, they have not played a mistake-free game, and I think if you're the Tigers coach, you got to be a little bit concerned going into the playoffs. This Danville team has obviously had a hard time this year, but they're going to have to play more mistake-free football if they're going to win the playoffs.
Monty Marshall in at quarterback. He hands it off, and the ball is fumbled, and Danville recovers. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Admirals from their own 37-yard line. The Admirals have had chances. They just have not been able to move the ball in offense.
And they get the ball in good field position here, Liam, around the 40-yard line. And that was the new quarterback, Marquise Elmore. You love to see guys making plays on both sides of the ball. That's the joy of high school football. These guys are warriors, and they're playing really hard out there.
Yeah, so 1st down for the Admirals after forcing a turnover. Big turnover by the Admirals. The defenses came out to play tonight.
Yeah, definitely a defensive ball game, even though it's a 14-0 game in this first quarter.
3:08 remains in the first quarter.
It's still been a very defensive matchup.
KJ Dismo behind quarterback Marquise Elmore. Tight formation. Another bad snap. Marquise Elmore drops, and he is tackled in the backfield. He is tackled at the 33-yard line, so that'll be a 4-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 14 for the Admirals. And the Admirals just have not been able to get anything on offense.
Yeah, really, that's been the story of the ball game right now, Liam, isn't it? And just the snaps have looked really bad since Doyle's gone out. I guess there's always a center and quarterback connection, and we've seen that kind of missing here since Elmore's came in the game.
The snaps really haven't been all good all season, but, quarterback Nathan Doyle's back there so much, he is able to understand it. Tight formation, KJ Dismo behind. Shannon Carter in at quarterback now. And it's going to be a false start on the Admirals.
Yeah, it's like a laundromat here, Liam. They just keep throwing flags on both teams. Be interested to see who this one's on.
Penalty flags, a reminder, Sheriff Taylor Bottom, never text and drive or you'll receive a penalty. The refs seem to be deciding what they want to call on this one. A little bit of discussion.
Go Ads from the Boyle County PVA, Lucretia Mai Gibson and her staff. Proud to support the Danville Admirals. Go Ads from the Boyle County PVA, Lucretia Mai Gibson.
So I think they had to take Marquise Elmore out of the game, and then something happened with Shannon Carter, and now there's another flag thrown on the field. Just a lot of confusion by the Admirals tonight.
Yeah, really, we talked about it earlier. I think I said they're scrambled, and that's the best way I know how to say it. There's a lot of just undisciplined people look confused. It's just not a great look so far, to be honest.
Yeah, that last flag was a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Admirals. I don't know if Coach Parks said something to the referee. There was a little bit of quarterback confusion. It was Marquise Elmore, Shannon Carter on the sideline, or if Coach Frank Park said something.
Yeah, it looked to me like someone on the sideline said something. The ref seemed to react pretty viscerally. And just that's the kind of stuff. I mean, obviously, false starts, holdings, those are going to happen. That's part of the game. You're obviously going to try to limit those, but that's stuff you can't have. I mean, now you're in almost second and 25 to 30, and it's just a really uphill battle.
Yeah, ball on the 17-yard line. They have to get to their own 47. Tight formation, KJ Dismo to the right of Marquise Elmore. Elmore takes the snap, throws it to Jatavian Beasley, and he's met up the middle. They're going to say he's down at the line of scrimmage, but Bardstown drives him back about 5 yards, but forward progress was stopped. It'll be a gain of 0 on the play, on the pitch and catch from Marquise Elmore to Jatavian Beasley.
Yeah, Jatavian Beasley kind of ran into a brick wall there, and that's what we've seen with a lot of these interior rushing plays so far.
Marquise Elmore running to the sideline. Chandon Carter will be in at quarterback for this play. 3rd down and a country mile. They have to get to their own 47, ball on their own 17. They're staying in this tight formation. JaCalvin Walker and Gavin Walker on the line. Tavian Beasley and Sellers in motion. It's a little toss to Sellers, and Sellers is able to get to the 15, to the 20. 3-yard gain on the run by Sellers. He was back up. They run that so far deep. He really ran about like 10 yards forward, but he only gets 3 on the play.
Yeah, you're right. Sellers gets the ball really quickly on those plays, and that one looked like if he beat that last guy, there was going to be a lot of room, but unfortunately gets swallowed up closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, if he breaks that arm tackle, he is to the house, I think.
Absolutely,
right there. That was the last man standing between him and the end zone. Caleb Wilcher back to punt. Seven Hamilton and Monty Mitchell to return. Monty Marshall, excuse me. Bad snap, rolls on the ground. Caleb Wilcher gets it off. Caught by Hamilton at the 49, and they hand it to Monty Marshall, and he is going to go to the left. He's going to cross it all the way to the right. Kingston Jones is there, and he breaks it out. He goes to the right. He cuts it across to the left, and he is going to have a lot of room to run to the 30, to the 20. He's going to go up the middle with one man to meet. He's at the 10. He goes into the end zone. There's about flags everywhere. They're throwing laundry everywhere. Heck of a play by Monty Marshall. That man is an athlete.
I mean, Monty Marshall in open space is unbelievable, but I think these ones coming back, Liam. A lot of laundry on the field. I saw some blocks that I don't think are going to fly.
Yeah, but there might be a flag on Danville on the play as well. There's a play on the return. It looks like Kingston Jones reached out and might have grabbed a little bit of face mask.
That's a really tough play. They ran the reverse on. They had the 2 punt returners try to run the reverse, and then Monty Marshall says, I don't care about the reverse. I want to go back where I was, and reverses field. What a really great
Seven
return.
Hamilton caught it. He handed it to Monty Marshall. Monty Marshall ran upfield down the left sideline. Then he cuts it across the field, runs like 10 yards backwards back to the 50, goes across to the 40, cuts it across the middle to the 30, 10, 20, right up the middle, broke a tackle, and they're going to bring it back.
I'd love to see those next-gen NFL stats about how many yards he ran on that play to get the 40-yard return.
So they're going to call the face mask. The face mask was on Marshall himself, not on Kingston Jones. So the Tigers won't have as good a field position as they thought. And once again, the Tigers are self-inflicting wounds.
Yeah, a lot of self-inflicting wounds. Usually we're used to seeing the Admirals be the team that's the more penalized one. I think it's about even, a little bit of no blood tonight.
Yeah, but Monty Marshall is the real deal.
Yeah, he's a stud. He's really a good player, and I think we're going to see him on this offensive possession as well.
Bardstown's already kind of bringing in some of these second-string guys already.
And we talked about that we might see that. I mean, obviously it's senior night, so in the first quarter you want to get those guys some looks, but they're looking forward to the playoffs, hoping to maybe get back to that state title game in the 4A. So not surprising to see some of them go out early.
2 running backs to the right of quarterback Carson Riley, a Monty Marshall in the wing position. They hand it off. He gets to the line of scrimmage to the 40. Seven Hamilton gets about 3 yards on the play. They'll mark him down at the 41 of the Tigers. 3-yard run by Seven Hamilton. Josiah Israel with the tackle. Josiah Israel holding it down on the line per usual.
Yeah, as always. I mean, he's one of the most effective players on this Admirals defense and the whole team. It's interesting. We've, obviously it's 14-0 going to the end of the first quarter. Haven't really got a chance to see this Bardstown offense. So.
Yep. That is the end of the first quarter. The Admirals trail the Tigers 14-0. That is a Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance scoreboard update. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Home of the Admirals, WHIR.
Hey folks, Chrysler Cowboy here. When I started my journey in the automotive industry, learned 3 valuable lessons. 1, have a good product. 2, treat people with respect. And 3, make sure it's a fair deal for everybody. I'm proud to call Anderson County my home, and at Chrysler Lawrenceburg, we want to give you that down-home experience. We offer certified pre-owned vehicles that come with a lifetime engine warranty, free tire rotation with every oil change, and customer service that rivals the best anywhere around. Chrysler Cowboy. If you can't remember that, just look for the hat. It's where you need to be, folks. Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
Hey, Joe Mathis.
Yes, Radio Rick.
It's the 21st season of the Pigskin Report.
We're back Monday evenings from 6 o'clock until 7 with interviews with the head football coaches from Danville, Boyle County, Mercer County, Garrett County, Lincoln County, Center College head football coach Andy Fry, and UK head coach Mark Stoops.
We'll broadcast live from the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen.
The DQ of Harrodsburg Pigskin Report, Mondays from 6 o'clock until 7 on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net.
Second down and 7 for the Tigers. Ball on their own 41. The reverse to the 40. He has a lot of room to run. 45 to the 50. Chandon Carter brings him down at the 46-yard line. That is a 13-yard run by Calhoun on the play. First down for the Tigers. Kenyon Calhoun did a great job just hitting the hole and getting 13 yards on that play.
Yeah, I thought actually Shannon Carter did a really good job of closing that space because there was a lot of room there on the outside.
Yeah, Shannon Carter forced him down the sideline, which is a very important play. Monty Marshall in motion. They fake the handoff to him. The quarterback keeps it. He's looking downfield. It's a little RPO action. Caught at the 30, brought down at the 26-yard line. A little RPO from Carson Riley to
And Liam, there was a penalty on the far side of that play. I'll be interested to see what they call.
Yeah, illegal man downfield, and that play just took too long to develop.
Yeah.
You can't expect an offensive lineman to really sit there that long.
Yeah, you're right. When we're talking about RPOs, usually that's got to be a pretty quick hitter, or you're going to have those linemen trying to climb to the second level.
And the Tigers keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, really. Danville's had plenty of opportunities to get back in this ball game. They're seeing what it feels like when a team continues to get penalties.
First down and 15 to go for the Tigers. Pistol formation of Monty Marshall behind quarterback Carson Riley. They hand it up to Marshall up the middle, and he goes to the 45-40, and he's brought down by the horse collar. His helmet comes off, flags everywhere. It is a 14-yard run by Marshall, and there'll be more added at the end. And he ran right up the middle with his speed. Trenton Sellers tried to bring him down, and the helmet came off. A lot of people upset, but it's part of football. He reached out. When you got a guy running that fast, you're just trying to grab cloth.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a dirty play by any means. It happened way too fast, but something you don't want to see, and obviously that's going to be a penalty. Amani Marshall's the best player on the field right now, Liam. I don't think it's particularly close. He is zooming past some of these Admiral defenders, and they're having a really hard time staying in front of him.
Yeah, penalty flags are a reminder. Sheriff Taylor Bottom, never text and drive or you'll receive a penalty. Ball will be placed at the Admirals' 22-yard line. First and 10 for the Tigers. They huddle up. We're in this corner here in the press box. Hard to see on this side of the field.
Yeah, not the best view over here, Liam, but we're making do. We're making do.
Tigers break huddle. Kenyon Calhoun in the backfield with quarterback Carson Riley. Carson Riley looking downfield, throws a ball down the left sideline. Great job by Jatavian Beasley. He didn't turn around. That's always kind of scary when a DB doesn't turn around, but it's an incomplete pass.
And you're right, Liam. When the DB doesn't turn around, a lot of times you're going to see a penalty there, but luckily Jatavian Beasley gets away with it. Good coverage there.
Yeah, Carson Riley was looking for his top target, Tykeem Tall Williams, who has 364 yards in the year, averaging about 40 a game. But, yeah, great job by Jatavian Beasley. I don't think that should be a penalty if you don't turn around if you're playing good defense.
No, and I didn't think he was overly physical enough where that warranted a penalty.
Monty Marshall to the right. Monty Marshall in at quarterback. Wide receiver in motion. And it's another flag by Bardstown. They just can't seem to get it together also here.
Yeah, and they're getting a little restless in the booth up here, obviously upset. I mean, this is a ton of penalties, and I think Bardstown expects a little more right now than they've gotten.
Yeah, second down and 15 for the Tigers. Ball on the Admiral, 27-yard line. 10:30 remains in the second quarter here at Garnis Martin Field in beautiful Bardstown, Kentucky.
When the game of life gives you aches and pains, get back to the life you love with Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy Team in Danville. Go Ads from Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy.
Monty Marshall in at quarterback. He hands it off in a jet sweep. He gets to the 25, 20, to the 10. Tackled at the 11-yard line. Kenyon Calhoun with about a 15-yard run. Trenton Sellers with a great job of bringing him down. I mean, Kenyon Calhoun just got speed to the outside. He was able to run down the numbers.
I mean, Bardstown has a ton of speed on the outside. Danville obviously has a lot of great skill players, but they're meeting their match today with these guys from Bardstown.
Jaden Lampkin into the right of quarterback of Monty Marshall. Monty Marshall goes to the right at the 10. He cuts it back inside, and he's going to fall down at the 5-yard line. So it'll be a 6-yard run by Monty Marshall. It'll be a 5-yard run. They'll mark him at the 6. But Monty Marshall went to the outside, saw the cutback lane, and cut it up the numbers. And he fell forward for 5 yards. Great run.
Yeah, Monty Marshall didn't really look like there was anything there at first, but he's so fast, and he makes some really good cuts. He's got some good vision as well. And he turns a little something into nothing, or nothing into something there.
Carson Riley back in at quarterback. Jaden Lampkin to his left. Monty Marshall to the right side. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Riley takes the snap. He's looking into the back of the end zone. And it's almost intercepted. Trenton Sellers jumped the route, but he couldn't complete the catch. Great job by Trenton Sellers to read the little comeback route in the end zone.
Man, unbelievable coverage there by Trenton Sellers. Just hoping he could hang on to that ball. That's a really tough catch. Looked a little bit Travis Hunterish there, didn't he, Lamb?
Yeah, he did. That was a great play. He almost came up with it just once he hit the ground a second time. And after the dive, he couldn't hold it in.
When you're a defensive back, you can't dwell on those plays. You got to play the next rep, even when you drop those.
Jaden Lampkin to the left. Kenyon Calhoun to the right at quarterback. Carson Riley. 1 wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right. They hand it off to Kenyon Calhoun. He has a lead blocker, and he's going to walk his way to the end zone. That was a great pull block by the Bardstown lineman. Kenyon Calhoun will just walk into the end zone for a 6-yard touchdown run.
And we heard Coach Parks talk about before the game that this was maybe the best team they've seen all year. And with Kenyon Calhoun and Monty Marshall, I think by far those are the best two-headed monster at running back and receiver that we've seen. And this probably is the best. I think he's correct. And defense had a really tough time stopping him early.
Yeah, extra point here for Bardstown. They're up 20-0 with 9:02 remaining in this first half. Ready for play whistle sound. Alex Wood to kick. High snap, put down. Alex Wood kick is up, and it is whistle blows. They didn't get a signal from the refs in the end zone. They were pointing. Let's see what. They're talking to Coach Frank Parks on the sideline. Kicking unit is still out on the field.
Yeah, it looks like the Admirals may have had too many players on the team or on the field there, and they're just going to retry this extra point.
Alex Wood kick, snap, kick is up, and it is good. Better kick than the first time. It is 21-0. The Tigers lead the Admirals with 9:02 remaining in the first half. That is a Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance scoreboard update.
Thoroughbred Car Wash is rooting on the Danville Admirals. If you want your car looking good, take it to Thoroughbred Car Wash. Easy in, easy out at Thoroughbred Car Wash in the Big Lots Shopping Center in Danville. Really tough possession there for the Admirals, unable to get stops, and the Tigers continued to shoot themselves in the foot, but just couldn't take advantage of it defensively. Now we're going to get in a situation down 21-0. We've lost quarterback Nathan Doyle, unfortunately, to injury. Don't expect to see him back in this ball game. It'll be interesting to see what they run with Marquise Elmore at the helm and a little bit of Shannon Carter sprinkled in. Tried to condense this offense, kind of almost running a variation of wing T, Liam, and I'll be interested to see what they call and how they're going to try to move the ball on this stout defense.
And I think that variation of wing T has really worked. I really like what they've been doing to get Trenton Sellers and Beasley the ball. It's just this Bardstown, it's been they couldn't even get the ball started. Like, Danville has not even been able to get any momentum because it's a bad snap and the snap's just not caught.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, we saw Jatavian Beasley have that good run at the end of the drive, but you're already behind the sticks at that point, so the defense is kind of just in prevent mode.
Bardstown kicking left to right on your radio dial. Alex Wood with a booming kick. It will be a touchback. Kick off your next party with a great tasting pizza from Big City Pizza in Danville.
I would like to see Trenton Sellers get his hand on that. We saw Marquise Elmore have some success on that last kickoff return. Just getting in good field position is always a bonus when the offense is struggling.
Tonight's broadcast of Danville football on WHIR is presented by CPP, Custom Promotional Products at 120 East Lexington Street in Harrodsburg. Stay tuned after the game for the Good Hands Award service of Big City Pizza in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. First down and 10 for the Admirals, ball on their own 20-yard line. A little bit of late substitutions for the Admirals running into the huddle. This Bardstown team has really loaded the box tonight.
Yeah, it seems like they know that if they stop the run, it's going to be easy to stop everything else. And they've got some really good players playing defensive back that I think allows them to be aggressive up front.
Shannon Carter in at quarterback, 2 wide receivers to the right, to the left. Another bad snap that Shannon Carter drops. He breaks a tackle in the backfield. He's going to get to the line of scrimmage. No, he will not. He is ankle tackled back at the 17-yard line. A 3-yard loss by Shannon Carter, man.
And I really thought Shannon Carter was going to get loose there. He just was one step away from having a pretty big game, but unfortunately gets shoestring tackled there.
Trenton Sellers in at quarterback, and I really like this for the Admirals. Give your best playmaker the ball.
Yeah, we've talked about ways to get him involved, and the easiest way to get him involved is to snap it to him, Liam. So I do like this idea, but unfortunately we're looking at the fourth quarterback so far, and it's only the second quarter.
Tight formation. KJ Dismo to the right of the quarterback. It's a little toss to Trenton Sellers. He gets tackled in the backfield at the 15-yard line. That is a 2-yard loss on the toss to Trenton Sellers. Just nowhere to go. This Bardstown defense is swarming the Admirals offense.
Yeah, I mean, just really absolutely nothing going, and you're already at 3rd and 15, unfortunately. So
the Admirals have negative 15 yards in the ball game so far with 7:51 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, that's not great, Liam. It's been really hard so far to get anything going. And this defense looks really good, really. And we've talked, the offense hasn't been a discipline for the Tigers, but their defense has played very disciplined football.
3rd down and 15 for the Admirals. Shannon Carter looking to pass. He launches the ball downfield, throws us the first down marker to Trenton Sellers. In and out of his hands. It was a good ball. Trenton Sellers made a great play on the ball, but he just couldn't hold on to it down the sideline.
I like that first 3rd and down on one of the first drives of the game. I like the idea when it's 3rd and long. Try to get a jump ball to Trenton Sellers. I trust him in those situations. Even if you're not going to catch it, he's going to prevent an interception. We saw how good his ball skills are. Unfortunately, can't come up with that one.
Yeah. He had a chance at the ball. He just couldn't bring it in. It looked like Shannon Carter, once again, these snaps aren't there for the quarterbacks to even make a play so far.
No, when the snaps aren't there as a quarterback, you're already sped up. You're trying to make a decision to begin with, and it's just really difficult. You're kind of doomed from the start. And we've had some trouble punting the ball, Liam, so this is not a give-me play right here.
Yeah, Caleb Wilcher stands at their Admirals' own 2-yard line. He gets the punt off. It was a good punt to the 50, and he punts it out of bounds. They don't even want to give Monty Marshall or Seven Hamilton a chance to return. Let's see where they mark it out of bounds at. They're walking into Admiral territory. They'll say it went out at the Admiral 46. No, he's going to keep going. The 41.
And, Liam, I always wonder, how do they tell that? I can't tell when it goes out, you know?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of, it's a feel. It's a total feel thing. We had a penalty. Penalty flag. Penalty on the Danville Admirals punting team. So they will have to re-punt it. So Caleb Wilcher will be standing in the end zone. It's 4th down and 20 for the Admirals.
And that's becoming a common theme, too, is number 16 in the end zone punting it out. I mean, we just really cannot catch a break right now.
Back deep, Seven Hamilton and Monty Marshall. Low snap. Caleb Wilcher picks it up. He punts it from the goal line. Monty Marshall's going to try to field it at the 46. He's going to get away from the ball this time. Ball bounces and lands at the Admirals' 48-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will start this possession.
Actually, a really strong punt there by the Admirals to get it away. And Amani Marshall sped up to run away from that ball, and I was having flashbacks from the first punt. So glad to get it away.
Bardstown with the ball in the Admiral territory. It'll be first down and 10 from the Admiral 48-yard line.
Go Ads from Boyle County State Representative Daniel Elliott. State Rep Daniel Elliott is rooting on Danville as they chase state title number 12 this year. Go Admirals from Boyle County State Rep Daniel Elliott.
Shotgun formation. They hand the jet sweep, flag on the field, 50 to the 45. Knocked out at the 39-yard line. KJ Dismill and Chandon Carter laid the boom. It would have been a 9-yard jet sweep to wide receiver DeAndre Shekels, but another piece of laundry on the field.
Can we get a series or something without a penalty, Liam?
It looks like I'm watching a primetime NFL football game at this point right now. There's always something. Holding on Bardstown, so that'll push them 10 yards back. Ball will be placed on their own 42-yard line, so it'll be first and 20.
And Danville's giving the Tigers good enough field position. I'm surprised that they keep getting these penalties and putting themselves in bad situations.
Yeah, Bardstown has a lot of talent, but they're doing what Danville does, and a lot of self-inflicted wounds.
Absolutely.
2 running backs in the backfield. Amonte Marshall in the wing formation. 1 wide receiver split out to the left and 1 to the right. It's a toss to Amani Marshall, and he breaks 2 tackles in the backfield, but he can't break Josiah Israel and Marquise Elmore, and they'll tackle him for a 4-yard loss at the 38-yard line. Great job by the Admiral defense to sniff out that little toss to Amonte Marshall.
Yeah, I mean, a really, really strong play by the Admirals. I mean, it's really hard to stop that guy, but they were all over that play, and the best players on the Admiral defense just rallied around the ball.
But then Danville has an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that'll move the ball forward.
I mean,
and we have a down Admiral defender on the field. As you mentioned before, we can't even play a football game tonight. It's just been constant penalties on both teams.
Yeah, and unfortunately, not only penalties, we've seen 2 key injuries to Nathan Doyle and Sasha Wade now limping off the field. Hopefully he's going to be okay, but those are 2 guys that are really important to the success of this team if they're going to have any on offense and defense. And you just see both of them come off the field. It's really tough.
Bardstown ball would be first down and 9 from the Admiral 47-yard line. 1 wide receiver put out to the left, 1 to the right. Amani Marshall in the wing position again. Amani Marshall in motion. Ball is bad snap, and quarterback Carson Riley will just have to fall on it. So it's going to be a 5-yard loss off the bad snap. Ball will be placed at the Bardstown's own 48-yard line. So it'll be second down and 14 for the Tigers. This has been
this has just not been a great game to watch. Both sides not playing disciplined football right now, Liam. And obviously Bardstown's gotten the better end of it, up 21-0. But just not been a clean football game by any measure.
Second down and 14 for Bardstown. Carson Riley and a quarterback behind him. Caden Stone, the big running back. Little screen pass, and it is caught. It gets back to the original line of scrimmage. He gets to the 45, to the 40. He's going to get brought down by an Admiral DB who lays the boom. Chandon Carter with a hard hit to prevent him from getting the first down.
About 10 yards on the play, and it leaves the Tigers with a 3rd and 2.
10-yard pass to Takeem Tall Williams makes it 3rd and 2.
And I got to be honest.
They hand it off to Caden Stone up the middle. He gets to the 35, to the 30. He's going to try to bounce it outside. He goes down at the 26-yard line. A 14-yard run by running back Caden Stone.
And the big guy was rumbling down the field, Liam. A nice run there. The Admirals are lucky to stop that from being a touchdown.
Yeah, Bardstown playing a little tempo right here. They quick to the line of scrimmage. Caden Stone still in at running back. Tight formation with Amani Marshall on the line. 2 wide receivers split out, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. 5:02 3 remains in the quarters. Jet sweep. He gets to the 25 to the 20. A lot of room to run. If he cuts it inside, he has a touchdown. 10-5. Touchdown by 7 Hamilton. A 26-yard jet sweep rush touchdown for the Tigers. And there is laundry on the field.
Oh, my goodness, Liam.
Monty Marshall making an argument to the refs. There's a flag in the end zone, too. So we have flags on both sides of the play right here. Penalty flags are a reminder of Sheriff Taylor Bottom. Never text and drive, or you'll receive a penalty.
I just want to say congratulations to Sheriff Taylor Bottom because they're getting their money's worth. We have had so many penalties tonight. And it looks like this will be brought back, Liam.
Yeah, you got to think it was a hold on the Tigers. The Tigers have not been able to really get any positive plays on the ground without holding. On the outside, at least, when they try to get it to the outside.
Yeah, you're right. They really haven't been. And that is a testament to this Danville defense. They're really trying to get to the outside. And these guys are fast, too.
And they'll get an unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. So this might be a 25-yard penalty. Let's see where they walk it back to.
And I don't know if there was a timeout call, but the refs allowed both sides to go to their huddles. And probably a good thing because I think both these teams need to regroup a little bit.
And the change crew's trying to figure out where to go to. They're walking back to the 30. 35.
So it looks like they marked the holding penalty, and now they're going to walk back the personal foul penalty.
So the ball will be placed at the Bardstown's own 49-yard line. They have to get to the Admiral 16-yard line.
That's 26
35.
20, so it's first and 25.
First and 35. First and 35. Jet sweep to the 50, to the 45, cuts it inside to the 40, to the 35, down at the 36-yard line. Kenyon Calhoun up to the 31, 30-yard gain by Kenyon Calhoun. So second down. He makes it a lot easier for the Tigers. Second down and 15. Tigers in the hurry-up. He took that jet sweep to the outside, and he was able to just run it right through his blocking. Great job. 7 Hamilton in motion. It's a jet sweep to the outside. He gets to the 25. He's going to get brought out of bounds. Suplex City at the 21 by Marquise Elmore to Kyron Coleman, 10-yard run by 7 Hamilton. 4:01 remains in the game.
I guess penalties aren't as big of a deal, Liam, when you can hand it to the outside and get 10 yards a pop.
This third down is a very important play. It serves a Coldwell Banker VIP Realty. Third down and 5. Yeah, no, if you can just – I don't know why. The Tigers really haven't just given it to their best players and try to dominate the game. We're kind of fancy with it tonight. I don't know why.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to spread the love a little bit.
Monty Marshall and a quarterback. Caden Stone in the backfield. They run it up the middle to Caden Stone. He gets to the 15, to the 10. Brought down at the 5. 17-yard run by Caden Stone. Caden Stone's been a good change of pace in from Monty Marshall and 7 Hamilton.
Yeah, he seems like a big guy, but he moves really well, and he seems like when he gets downhill, he's be really hard to stop as a defender. I think he's ran the ball really well tonight.
Caden Stone, prior to this, had 10 yards rushing on the season.
And in his senior night, maybe we see a senior that doesn't get to play a lot getting some reps. But he's
First and
done really
goal from
well.
the 5. Monty Marshall just runs it right up the middle into the end zone for a Whitaker Bank touchdown. Touchdown Tigers. 27. Is it 27? I don't think they took the points off the board earlier. It should be 27-0 now.
Yeah, it should be 27-0. Amani Marshall, man, he's a good player. He is really tough to stop.
Yeah, 7-yard touchdown by Amani Marshall right there, Bardstown. And then there's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Admirals after the play.
I mean, this has been a really tough game to watch, and obviously we're seeing some fireworks from Amani Marshall and this Tigers offense, but just penalty after penalty, a lot of refs being involved, and been a pretty long first half, all things considered.
Refs discussing what to do. Bardstown might decide to go for it here.
And if you're Bardstown, I think you do go for it here. Obviously, 36-0 in Kentucky is the mark for the running clock. You have the shorter distance. You go ahead and get the 2, make it 29, and then you can kick the extra point for the next touchdown to make it a running clock if that's what happens.
They have 33 on the scoreboard. They're trying to go home early here in Bardstown, I guess. But it's 27-0 at the moment. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. That is a Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance scoreboard update.
Yeah, hopefully they get this fixed.
A lot of discussion, which there's been all night.
Yeah, a lot. The refs have had a good time talking because there's been a lot of penalties to talk about.
Carson Riley coming in to lead the Bardstown huddle. They will be going for 2 on this play. Amani Marshall behind Carson Riley. Caden Stone to the right. Caden Stone moves up into the A-gap. Got to think they hand it off to Amani Marshall right up the middle. They hand it off to Amani Marshall. He's brought down. He stretches the ball over, and it is good. The 2-point conversion is good. It is now 29-0.
And a pretty heads-up play there by Amani Marshall. There really wasn't anything there, and he gets hit at the line of scrimmage, but fights his way through and puts the ball over the goal line. So they get the 2 points, and that's going to be 29-0.
We're going to take a quick minute break. You're listening to the home of the Admirals, WHIR.
When it comes to pizza, I'm a little particular. Yeah, I like a vintage homemade tossed dough and sauce. Plenty of toppings like a cheesy top and a light crunch on the bottom. I want a New York taste or sometimes that deep dish Chicago style. Say what? Big City Pizza Company. They make award-winning pizzas, sandwiches, desserts. Great place for pizza parties with the Big Bambino, oval, a 2-foot pizza. Order for your flavor now at BigCityPizzaKY.com.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Welcome back to Bardstown, Kentucky, where the Admirals trail the Tigers 29-0 with 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Kick off your next party with a great tasting pizza from Big City Pizza in Danville. Bardstown kicking left to right on your radio dial, and there's confusion still with these penalty flags. They moved it back, and now they're moving the kickoff forward, so they'll be kicking off from the 45 of the Admirals.
Still says 36-0 on the scoreboard, but
clock's not running.
29-0 in our hearts.
An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty gives Bardstown a great kicking position right here from the 45. You got to think they try an onside kick here.
Yeah, I think if you're Bardstown, you definitely try to onside kick here. Try to get that running clock, and the field position is not as big of a factor.
Alex Wood kicking off. And he just boots it through the back of the end zone. I feel like that's not taking advantage of the field position you're given right there.
Yeah, me neither, but, that is probably the sportsmanlike thing to do at this point. And, Liam, you've had just really a lot of trouble moving the ball. I mean, right now, Danville has had a total of negative 12 yards on offense. What are you doing to right the ship if you're Coach Parks?
You just got to go to what's worked. That's all you can do, but not much has really worked.
Yeah, that's my issue is really nothing has worked so far.
Just get Trenton Sellers the ball.
Get number 9 the ball would be my idea, but they've had a hard time doing that too. You've had 4 quarterbacks in for at least a play right now, and you're missing Doyle. It's just going to be a really tough uphill battle going into the second half.
The Admirals huddling up. I like the Tigers purple.
I do, yeah. The purple's an awesome color. And, Bardstown, what a great town. One of the true gems of little southern central Kentucky, I would say.
Yeah, save on gift certificates to local businesses by shopping Hometown Radio Big Deals online store. Save up to 50% every day online at the Big Deal store on hometownlive.net. And they're trying to fix the clock right now, and it's finally fixed, 29-0. KJ Dismo in the backfield, Shannon Carter in a quarterback. Tight formation for the Admirals. Pass to Trenton Sellers, and it's at the 15-yard line. He tries to break a tackle, and he does, but he only gets up to the 16. So it's going to be, they'll say he's at the 17. 3-yard loss on the catch to Trenton, the little short pass to Trenton Sellers. was one of those touch ones that are almost a jet sweep, but forward. So it is a pass. Trenton Sellers tried the best to make a play out of nothing, and that Bardstown defense is just swarming.
Yeah, the Bardstown defense definitely smells blood in the water, and they did what we said, get the ball to Trenton Sellers, and he does make a guy miss, but there's only so much you can do when this defense is rallying hard.
2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. KJ Dismo to the right of quarterback. Shannon Carter. Shannon Carter takes the snap. He's looking to launch it downfield to nobody. He tried to find Trenton Sellers down the sideline, but it just wasn't in his zip code.
Yeah, and it looked like there may have been a little bit of confusion there. Sellers was beelining it down the field, and it looked like Shannon Carter expected him to come back to the ball. So a little bit of miscommunication there. That's honestly to be expected with the backup quarterback that's, spent a lot of time playing defense this year, and since the first couple games hasn't played a lot of quarterback.
Yeah, the biggest guy on this Danville offensive line is the left tackle, Dyron Moody. But his left guard, Juan Cologna, is significantly shorter than him.
Yeah, absolutely. And this Bardstown defensive line is huge, and they're really physical. And so
3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hitch pass to to Trenton Sellers. He gets up to the 26-yard line.
Pass completion on the third down play. Up to the Admiral 25.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more of that. Obviously, I think you should probably go for it on this 4th down. Doesn't really matter if it's in your territory. You're down 29-0 already. You're 0-9. Let's just go for it here and try to get a 1st down.
Yeah, 9-yard gain on the pitch and catch from Shannon Carter to Trenton Sellers, and you get the ball downfield to one of your playmakers, and good things happen.
Yeah, and a quick play. That's really the thing. Obviously, we've seen a lot of quick plays with these pitches and jet sweeps. However, it's a lot easier when you can get that guy a couple yards downfield already, and he's only got one guy to beat.
Yeah, we got a timeout by the Admirals. They're discussing what they want to, timeout by the Tigers. They're kind of discussing what they want to do on this play.
Go Admirals from Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom. Judge Executive Trilly Bottom and her staff at the Boyle County Courthouse are rooting for an Admiral win tonight. Go Ads from Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom.
4th down and 4 for the Admirals. The offense stays on the field. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shannon Carter in at quarterback, KJ Dismo to his right. Admirals going right to left on your radio dial. Looks like Bardstown sending pressure. There's a flag on the field. Bardstown might have jumped a little early.
Yeah, it looked like Bardstown did jump a little bit early. Shannon Carter did move his foot back, so I'll be interested to see if they picked up on that.
Oh, and they're going to say you had one ref walking down past the line, giving him a 1st down, but you got another ref walking the ball back, so they'll say it's a false start on the Admirals. Penalty flags, a reminder, share Taylor Bottom, never drive without your seatbelt on, or you'll receive a penalty. There's been confusion between the crew kind of all night.
Just a confusing game so far, isn't it, Liam? It just seems like there's a lot
Halloween,
going on.
Spooky season.
It is. It's getting dark earlier. The game started dark, so, The
Admirals will now punt with 1:52 remaining in the 1st half. Tigers going to look to get a running clock here to end the 1st half. See if Caleb Wilcher can flip field position right here. Monty Marshall and 7 Hamilton to return. And we have a flag on the field. And it is a delay of game on the Admirals, and that will put the ball back 5 yards further. And we kind of talked about it before the game. This game is going to be indicative of how Coach Parks has his team rallied at the end of the season.
It just doesn't look good right now, Liam. The team looks completely disorganized and undisciplined, frankly, and that's something you really don't want to see. There's times this Bardstown team is super talented. It was going to be an uphill battle. Like we've talked about, there's been these uphill battles. You're swinging up to a 4A team, but you just got to do the little things right, and they just haven't done them tonight.
Caleb Wilcher stands at the 3-yard line. He drops the snap, and he falls on the ground, and he fumbles the ball. He didn't fall on the ground, and the Admirals recover at the 11-yard line. So the Tigers will have the ball on the Admirals' 11-yard line to begin this possession. He dropped the snap. He got up with it. I thought he'd be down with it. He started running. Ball got knocked out again, and the Admiral defender Admiral special teams player just jumped on the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that it just seems indicative of the night, really. They just kind of don't seem like they have a clue what to do to beat this team. It's just been really tough.
1:52 remains in the first half. 29-0. Tigers lead the Admirals. That is a Dexter and Right Minor Insurance scoreboard update. In the backfield, Jaden Lampkin to the right of quarterback Carson Riley. Amani Marshall in the slot. Bad snap. Carson Riley picks it up. He tries to throw it. He throws it into the end zone. It's almost intercepted, tipped, and it's caught by a Bardstown receiver. Kyron Coleman jumped the route and tipped the ball, but it went right up in the air. And Seven Hamilton with the touchdown catch. That's just great concentration on the play for an 11-yard touchdown catch.
Yeah, I mean, that was an excellent pitch and catch there. Really good by Carson Riley to just, keep concentration on the ball. He kind of bobbled it for a second, got control and threw a strike. But that's going to make it 35-0. If they hit the extra point here, you're going to be looking at a running clock, which, honestly, we talked about Bardstown hasn't been super disciplined either. I don't know if they necessarily will feel great about this performance so far, but obviously the Admirals are not going to be happy.
But the touchdown comes back due to an illegal man downfield. But that was a great job by quarterback Carson Riley.
Really one of the more entertaining plays we've seen tonight.
First down and 15 from the 16-yard line.
And they've got it. And first and 15, but we've seen Bardstown a lot in this game, kind of behind the sticks, and really been able to just get ahead of them really quickly.
2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Carson Riley is looking to pass. He's rolling to his right. He fakes to the right. He's going to the left. A lot of room to run. He's at the 15, to the 10, to the 5. He's going to try to dive in the end zone. He is laid out of bounds right at the first down marker. They'll say he's down at the 2-yard line. And that was a 14-yard run by quarterback Carson Riley. He rolled to his right, and that's where Danville pressured. There was no one containing the backside, so he cut it back around and tried to get to the end zone. And Shannon Carter laid the boom on that side of the field, did not let him get the first down. They're going to say he's down at the 2.5-yard line. So second down and inches. Stone in at running back behind Carson Riley. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They hand it up off the middle, and he's going to go in for a Bardstown touchdown. 35-0 with 49 remaining in the half. That's a Whitaker Bank touchdown by the Tigers. Extra point right here would make it a running clock for the remainder of the ball game.
Yeah, really good run there. Physical run to get in. And they're going to kick this field goal, I would say, to
Stone seems to be upset on the play. Now there's a penalty flag on the field.
Yeah,
and as a reminder, penalty flags or a reminder, Sheriff Taylor Bynum, never text and drive or you'll receive a penalty. Looks like Stone got pretty upset after the play.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been some extracurricular activities after that play, and that's just the kind of stuff we don't want to see. I mean, this game is already getting out of hand a little bit. You just don't want to see those kind of penalties towards this point of the ball game.
So offsetting sportsmanlike conduct penalties, so 1 on the Admirals, 1 on the Tigers. And now we will do the extra point for the running clock. And, man, this is just exactly everything of the opposite of what we said pregame needs to happen tonight for the Admirals.
Yeah, I mean, really, we wanted a clean game, if anything, because we knew this was going to be, a tough challenge talent-wise, and they just haven't really done the mental aspects of the game that you need to win or score points.
Alex Wood with the extra point. Kick us up, and it is good. The clock will start running here in Bardstown with 49 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah, Danville likely to get the ball back for one more play with the running clock. And I think if you're Coach Parks, you just got to maybe throw it deep or try to throw some sort of trick play if you have it in there. It might be tough without your quarterback now. These trick plays you might have tried throughout the week might not be there. So, like I said, I think you want to go into the half down 36-0. The second half is obviously going to be quick with the running clock. You just want to do what you can to get out of this game healthy and try to gain some confidence, okay?
You got a matchup against Beechwood for the playoffs. This game really doesn't mean nothing except moral. I mean, it's always fun to win regular season games. That's the goal when you play football, is to win the game. But this has no postseason implications for the Admirals.
Yeah, and I think, though, this is pretty good preparation for a team like Beechwood, really talented. And Danville, they're not going to win if they have the amount of penalties they have this week against Beechwood.
And I have family on the Beechwood team this year because I'm playing, and I don't think this is your typical Beechwood team.
No, I don't think it's as good as some of the years past teams, but they're still going to be a well-coached ball team. They're Beechwood. You're right.
Tigers kicking left to right on your radio dial. Kick off your next party with a great tasting pizza from Big City Pizza in Danville. Trenton Sellers and Jatavian Beasley back deep to return. Alex Wood ready to go. Whistle's blown. Alex Wood running up to the ball. Booming kick. Trenton Sellers catches it at the 7-yard line. He's to the 10, to the 15. Breaks a tackle. He's to the 20, and he tries to bounce it back to the 15, and he bounces it back again, and he is brought down at the 17-yard line. But we have Laundry on the field. And the Laundry was on the away from the play.
Yeah, we're very far away from the play. I'll be interested to see what that was on. I can't imagine it was a hold or anything.
That'll be the last play of the half. They're running the clock here. Let's see what this flag is. They're walking it back. He got to the 17-yard line, and they'll place the ball at the 9-yard line of the Admirals. 3-2-1. That is the end of the half. The Admirals trail the Tigers 36-0. That is a Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance scoreboard update. We'll be back with a halftime update here in 3 minutes. You're listening to the home of the Admirals, WHIR.
Hey, Joe Mathis.
Yes, Radio Rick.
It's the 21st season of the Pigskin Report.
We're back Monday evenings from 6 o'clock until 7 with interviews with the head football coaches from Danville, Boyle County, Mercer County, Garrett County, Lincoln County, Center College head football coach Andy Fry, and UK head coach Mark Stoops.
We'll broadcast live from the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen.
The DQ of Harrodsburg Pigskin Report, Mondays from 6 o'clock until 7 on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net.
Every fan knows the advantages of playing on their home field. Hi, I'm Patrick McClure from McClure Bailey. Proud to be a lifelong resident of Danville and Boyle County. Our firm can provide a variety of services to meet the legal needs of you and our community. We're all local attorneys. We understand the needs of the people from Danville and Boyle County because we are people of Danville and Boyle County. Call the hometown team of McClure Bailey at 236-8888. Now located at 426 South 4th Street, just south of downtown Danville. Go Ads, go Cats, and go Rebels. This is an advertisement.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
Mike Gay here. Everyone at SD is cheering for our local high school teams this season. We're proud to be a sponsor and are rooting for your success both athletically and professionally. Good luck. Have a great season. And from SD in Harrodsburg and Danville, we're behind you all the way. For more information about our commitment to making the world a healthier, more hygienic place and learn more about our job opportunities, visit sd.com/careers. That's ESSITY.com/careers. sd.com/careers.
I'm Lisa Bottom of Farmers National Bank's Perryville branch. As your lifetime bank since 1879, we have a tradition of supporting our local schools. Thanks to all the teachers and staff that make our schools great. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Member FDIC.
This is Andrew Hager with news about Boyle County's first residential addiction treatment center. Altogether Recovery provides specialized addiction treatment services, specifically tailored for men struggling with drug and alcohol misuse. Altogether Recovery, opening soon.
This is how we doing it with this Chrysler of Lawrenceburg. In 2024, they are making deals real. With their educated personal staff, they make shopping fun and buying easy.
Do you want a newer vehicle? Want a truck for under $25,000? Need your vehicle service? Needing a place that's going to treat you right? Well, Withers is the way. Check them out, Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
This is one place I will not pass on deals with wheels for the 2024.
Welcome back to Garnis Field here in Bardstown, Kentucky, where the Admirals trail the Tigers 36-0 in the final regular season matchup of the season. Next week, the Admirals will be on the road in northern Kentucky to face the Beechwood Tigers in round 1 of the playoffs. You're listening to the Danville Admiral Halftime Show, a service of PVL America, a leader in the automotive industry of plastic injection molding, now hiring in Danville. Let's go over the scoring summary of how we got to 36-0. It starts off with Amani Marshall 30-yard punt return TD. Made it 7-0 with 10:19 remaining in the first quarter. And he took a gamble on that play. The ball was bouncing around. A lot of coaches probably don't want you picking up that ball. When you're Amani Marshall, you're allowed to do that. He has been a star tonight. Keeson Graves scored a 7-yard touchdown reception with 5:32 remaining in the first. That made it 14-0 Bardstown. Kenyon Calhoun with a 7-yard rushing TD made it 21-0 Bardstown with 9:02 remaining in the first half. Amani Marshall added a 7-yard rushing TD with a 2-point conversion that he ran in himself, and that made it 29-0 Bardstown with 3 minutes left in the first half. And then a Caden Stone 3-yard TD run with 49 seconds remaining in the half made it 36-0 Bardstown leading Danville. So right now it's halftime, and the Admirals trail the Tigers 36-0. And Blaine, it's not just honestly, Bardstown does not seem like they put up 36 so far this game the way they've played.
No, it really doesn't. The score you would think would be a lot closer because of all the mistakes they've made throughout this game, but they just have a lot of talent. They've got a lot of guys to hand the ball to. They've got a lot of weapons. The offensive line is great. I just walked down there and you saw some of the guys. They just got big dudes up front. That's just been really hard for Danville to take advantage of.
Yeah, and Amani Marshall's one of the better players we've seen this season. That guy is just a game changer on the field.
Yeah, no, he's really special. He's so fast in a straight line, but he also makes really good cuts and has great vision, which is really important.
Sometimes you just see a player going across the field from sideline to sideline, and not everybody can do that. It takes a special talent to be able to outrun everybody and keep your breath and do that. They wouldn't let me do that back when I was
yeah, no, me neither. I think both
kicks.
of us were banned from crossing the field like that.
There's 11 minutes remaining here in halftime. We'll talk a little more about the stats from both teams and what we need to do if you're the Admirals here in the second half. Once again, you're listening to the Danville Admiral Halftime Show, a service of PVL America, a leader in the automotive industry of plastic injection molding, now hiring in Danville. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to the home of the Admirals, WHIR.
Big deals.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
John's Holiday Catering here for your affordable catering need. Call 734-3675 to get your turkey smoked, baked, or fried. And some of our homemade sides like broccoli casserole, macaroni and cheese, dressing balls, gravy, country ham, and more. So don't let your turkey be jerky. Call 734-3675 and let Dunn's do the cooking for you. We're also available for all your holiday and office parties. So call 734-3675. Don't let your holiday be without Dunn's. It's not a holiday until it's done.
Every fan knows the advantages of playing on their home field. Hi, I'm Patrick McClure from McClure Bailey. Proud to be a lifelong resident of Danville and Bull County. Our firm can provide a variety of services to meet the legal needs of you and our community. We're all local attorneys. We understand the needs of the people from Danville and Bull County because we are people of Danville and Bull County. Call the hometown team of McClure Bailey at 236-8888. Now located at 426 South 4th Street, just south of downtown Danville. Go Ads, go Cats, and go Rebels. This is an advertisement.
Mike Gay here. Everyone at SD is cheering for our local high school teams this season. We're proud to be a sponsor and are rooting for your success both athletically and professionally. Good luck. Have a great season. And from SD in Harrodsburg and Danville, we're behind you all the way. For more information about our commitment to making the world a healthier, more hygienic place and learn more about our job opportunities, visit sd.com/careers. That's ESSITY.com/careers. sd.com/careers.
Do you smell that? That's the fresh scent of my car after washing it at Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash. With my unlimited membership, I can wash it every single day for only $10 for the first month on any membership plan. Plus, they offer complimentary amenities including high-powered vacuums, mat cleaner, all-purpose cleaner spray, microfiber towels, and air fresheners.
For a free car wash, just text TBD Radio 22322. Again, text TBD Radio 22322. Located at Houstonville Road, Danville.
Welcome back to Bardstown High School, where the Admirals trail the Tigers 36-0. Another scoreless ball game for the Admirals so far. It's just been a theme of the season for this offense. You're listening to the Danville Admiral Halftime Show, a service of PVL America, a leader in the automotive industry of plastic injection molding, now hiring in Danville. Blaine, if you'd like to go over the stats so far from this first half.
Yeah, sure, and the stats don't look great for Danville. Looking at only 18 passing yards, and a lot of those were on these pitch plays, just past the line, these pop passes, as some people call them. Nathan Dwell with 6 yards, Shannon Carter with 9, and Marquise Elmore with 3 yards. And the rushing was even worse, minus 25 yards on the ground. Just a lot of negative plays, and that's not even counting some of the penalties that we saw the Admirals have. With a total of negative 7 yards, that's just not a recipe to score points, and definitely not to win games. On the flip side of it, Bardstown had a really good half offensively, but not as good as I think you would think for a team up 36-0. Just 24 yards passing. I thought Carson Riley was a really good game manager, though. He had 24 yards and 2 touchdowns passing. But the rushing yards is really where we see the big outlier, 186 rushing yards for the Tigers. And they've spread it all over the field. 57 yards for Kenyon Calhoun, 39 yards for Seven Hamilton, and then Amonte Marshall with 31 yards. However, we saw his impact in the return game to a much greater extent. And then Caden Stone, who we haven't seen a lot of this year, had 37 yards. So they're really spreading the love tonight, 210 yards total. And when you have 217 more yards than your opponent, I think you're always going to be in a leading position, and that's what we've seen from Bardstown tonight.
Yeah, there's 6 minutes remaining here in the half. We'll be back. We'll preview the second half and have some scores from around the state and the local area. You're listening to the Danville Admiral Halftime Show, service PVL America, leader in the automotive industry of plastic injection molding, now hiring in Danville. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to the home of the Admirals, WHIR.
Danville Dealmaker, Bob Allen.
At Bob Allen GMC, we are professional grade. Lease a new 24 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab SLE for only $279 per month for 24 months. $62.61 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock M24 188. Must be a current leasee. Bob Allen GMC on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Got the top price for your livestock? Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs, selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Step into Papa's Quick Stop across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds and discover the enchanting world of Candleberry candles in the huge Candleberry Corner. Refresh your world with our array of fresh cargo scents for cars for $1.99, tantalizing tarts $7.99, and delightful room sprays for $9.50. Small jars are $14.99, large jars $25.99, grand candy jars for $89.99, and a large selection of cookie jars for that special someone at $159.99. Visit us at Papa's Quick Stop across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds for an exhilarating experience.
At Monticello Bank, helping your business thrive is our business. We offer a variety of products designed to make banking easier. Whether your company is large or small, you can count on us to provide accounts, loans, and other services built around the way you do business, including e-deposit, our remote deposit capture system, and merchant processing. Speak with one of our representatives and let us help you solve your business financial needs today. Monticello Bank, where people matter. Member FDIC, on the Danville Bypass.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
Welcome back to Bardstown High School, where the Danville Admirals are trailing the Bardstown Tigers 36-0. It'll be a running clock for the remainder of the ball game. Some scores from around the area. Boyle County is dominating. Frederick Douglass 31-10 with 4:40 remaining in the third quarter, and they recovered an onside kick, so they look to make it even more with a little remaining in the half over there. That's a big-time game over there at Boyle County tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Another score from around the state. A big game in Louisville. DuPont Manual defeats Mail 21-0.
Wow.
The Crimsons take down the number 1 ranked Bulldogs for the first time since 2013. That's a huge upset, and I know some of my Mail teammates are not having a good night tonight. Another score, Owensboro Catholic leads North Hardin 27-0. And Newport Central Catholic beats Holmes 54-0.
LCA is up 19-0 over Raceland with 5:08 remaining in the third. Lawrence County topping Mason County 27-14 at the half. LCA only up. Not only up. LCA with a dominating defensive performance against Raceland. That's a pretty good matchup in the state tonight.
Yeah, that is. That's a really good matchup from my alma mater. Love to see those guys get some wins. Obviously, some fellow rivals in 2A for the Admirals. But, Liam, going back to this game, what do you think, if you're Coach Parks, are you doing in this halftime speech? You get these guys going. You've got to get them back engaged, right?
You got to get them back engaged. But, at this point, dude, you're 0-9 on the season. You're on the road. You're 2 hours away from home, or an hour and a half or so. And it's a running clock. It's going to be hard to really come back from this if you're the Admirals. But I really don't know what Coach Frank Parks says. Because, what have you said all year that can change? What have you done this whole season? I don't think there's any speech. Even the greatest speeches of all time. I've had a couple speeches in my time as a football player that really have got me going. But I'm telling you, once you're in a locker room at this point of the season, it's really just kind of you're ready. It's hard. It's just really hard for any speech to get you motivated or moving at this point.
Yeah, football is a hard sport. You're banged up as it is towards the end of the year. I know, especially on this Danville team, you've got a lot of guys that are playing both ways and playing really hard still, but you're right, it's a little bit demoralizing. And, this next half is going to take about half an hour. It's going to be very short. I'm sure these guys are going to want to get out of here, but you just got to instill in them that this is about building for next year and hopefully building for a playoff performance that's respectable next week against Beechwood.
Yeah, and like I said, this game's not really relevant for any playoff implications at this point. You're already locked, at least for the Admirals. At this point, you're already locked in playing Beechwood next week on the road, which a couple years ago that'd be in an all-time interesting matchup, probably packed out stadium. But this year with looking at the 0-10 Admirals, and maybe a little bit different energy going up to Fort Mitchell. They played them last year. I remember seeing Joe and Tim, and wasn't really a pretty game up there for the Admirals, so they look to change that this year.
Yeah, and you're right. That would have been a fabled matchup a couple years ago. And Danville's got to they've got to work to get back to that. It's too storied of a program. There's too much talent in the Boyle County area for this team.
There's too much talent in the Danville city limits.
Yeah, no, you're completely right. I think this team is definitely destined for better things as years go on.
The Admirals look to come back from 36-0 as we start the second half here in about 2 minutes. Another light show going on here at Bardstown High School. Really cool LED lights, what they got going on. We're going to take a quick minute break, and we'll be back with the second half action. You're listening to the Danville Admirals halftime show, a service of PVL America, a leader in the automotive industry of plastic injection molding, now hiring in Danville. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to the home of the Admirals, WHIR.
This is Casey McCoy, your Bull County clerk. With Election Day approaching, I would like to remind everyone of 3-day early voting, a safe and secure way to cast your vote. Early voting Wednesday, October 31st through Saturday, November 2nd from 8 to 4 at the showroom on Lebanon Road in Danville. Go Admirals from the Bull County Clerk's Office.
This is Andrew Hager reaching out with news of a new residential addiction treatment center for men located in Danville. Altogether Recovery offers life-saving, compassionate care for drug and alcohol addiction. Opening soon. Altogether Recovery Center in Danville.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
Together, let's drive at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease the all-new 24 Chevy Traverse for only $439 per month for 36 months. $3,900 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 lease miles per year. Stock M24824. Bob Allen Chevrolet, located on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Welcome back to Bardstown High School, where it is a party for the Tigers, not necessarily for the Admirals. It's been a great crowd here for senior night at Bardstown High School. It's been pretty cool. I really like the stadium. I like the city. We drove through the downtown.
Yeah, got to eat at one of my favorite Kentucky gyms, Juanito's. Love the tacos there. And this downtown is absolutely stunning, Liam. And the high school being really close, it is a really cool area and a good community atmosphere here tonight. And you're right, they've got this light show going, and there seems to be just a lot of excitement around this team and this program.
Yeah, back for some second half action. And like we mentioned of what Coach Park says at halftime, and I think it's just one of the more important things right here is just don't get anybody hurt. Don't put your players in dangerous situations, but you cannot quit. You cannot lay down. You have to keep fighting no matter what here.
Yeah, and for both teams, what I really want to see is it's easy when these games are blowouts for guys to start talking smack on both sides of the ball. Try to keep it clean. I mean, we're both going into the playoffs next week. We've seen earlier this year when guys get ejected, you miss a playoff game. You wouldn't want either of these teams to have a guy miss a playoff game, so I'm hoping they play a clean game, and you're right, keep everyone healthy.
I really agree with that point. It's kind of been a chippy game a little bit. Been a lot of unsportsmanlike penalties. So I think it's important if you want to keep your team healthy or have a full roster for the playoffs, you got to just keep it clean and just get through this second half.
And I thought a little bit about, what do you say if you're Coach Parks? And I don't know if it matters, Liam. I think it's kind of, at this point, if you're a player, you've got to dig deep and find something to have some pride for yourself. Because you're right, there's kind of nothing that can be said at this point. 0-9 down 36-0.
I think less is more.
Yeah, I agree.
At that point. Admirals are kicking off right to left on your radio dial. Tonight's broadcast of Danville football on WHIR is presented by CPP, Custom Promotional Products at 120 East Lexington Street in Harrodsburg. Kick off your next party with a great tasting pizza from Big City Pizza in Danville. Ball is at the 40-yard line. Bardstown here in an onside recovery formation. Cale Wilcher running up the kick, and here we go. He boots it deep, and Seven Hamilton not back there to return, and he's going to fall short of the goal line maybe, so he has to pick it up at the 2, and he's going to break a tackle, and he's going to be down at the 3-yard line. But there's a flag on the play to start the second half. It would have been a great job by the Danville special teams unit to force him inside the 5 to start this possession, but either a face mask or horse collar will move the ball downfield.
Yeah, either one. And, Liam, you're right. Bardstown moved so far up to recover that onside kick, I was thinking they just need to pooch it over him. And a really fantastic kick, but it looks like the penalty.
It's actually on Bardstown. It's a holding.
Well,
no. Gave the holding signal, but they're going to mark it at the 19-yard line, so it will go against the Admirals and horse collar more.
Yeah, and that's what it looked like live, but, you know, it just stinks because that's one of those plays that you can really hang your hat on. You keep pinning them deep like that, and you're not even going to have that.
So first down and 10 for the Tigers from their own 19-yard line. Shotgun formation for Riley. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Riley drops back to pass. He's throwing a deep ball down the sideline to their lead receiver. Caught at the 50. Great tackle by Chandon Carter to break him down at the Admiral 45-yard line. So it is a 36-yard pass from quarterback Carson Riley to Tykeem Tall Williams.
And not too fast, Liam. I think there's a penalty on the field.
There is a marker down. It's going to be on the ball to Williams. Let's see if it's on the offense or defense here.
It looks like they're walking it back there, Liam.
Offensive pass interference. I was about to say, that was great coverage until it was not. He was able to make a play. That was a good pitch and catch right there. So get rid of the 36-yard pitch and catch to Williams from Riley, and it'll be first down. 25.
And you're right. It was actually really good coverage. Hakeem Tall Williams was covered, but he managed to make a good catch, and I guess that's why I got a little push off there.
Excuse me. First down and 22. Ball will be placed at the 8-yard line. The Tigers have to get to their own 30-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. In the backfield is Calhoun. It's a jet sweep to Hamilton. He gets to the 15. He's going to cut it outside to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. Is the first down. 35 brought out of bounds. They'll say he's down at the 37-yard line.
Shoved out of bounds up at the Tiger 36-yard line.
A 29-yard run by Seven Hamilton on a jet sweep, and he cut it inside, then cut it outside, and ran between the numbers and the sideline before he was ran out of bounds by Trenton Sellers and Marquise Elmore.
And isn't that been the story of the game, Liam? You get these penalties and get them in long down situations, and it seems like they get it right back.
Yeah, first and 10 for the Tigers on their own 37-yard line. Calhoun in motion. They fake the sweep. Riley's going to run it up the middle. He's going to get to the 40. There's a flag in the backfield, and it looks like it's going to be a hold on the Tigers.
And
this is actually probably the most flags I've ever seen.
I wish I had kept account. I'm sorry I hadn't for the audience, but it's actually unbelievable. And I think if you're the Bardstown coach, regardless of this victory, you've got to be upset about how this performance has gone.
It's a running clock, but it has not been a pretty running clock for the Tigers. So it'll be first down and 20. Ball is placed at the 16-yard line.
Go Admirals. Deliver a win for all the folks at a Gathering Place Senior Activity Center and Adult Day Healthcare. Your Meals on Wheels provider for Boyle County. Call 859-236-2070 or visit agatheringplace.org for more information. Also follow on Facebook and Instagram.
Hamilton in motion across the middle. It's a shoot route to Williams, in and out of his hand, so it's an incomplete pass. Great coverage by Deshtavian Beasley and Chandon Carter on the play. So second down and 20 after that incompletion to Williams.
That's what you got to do. We've talked about how they've been able to get so back easily into either second and shorts or just getting a first down on these first and longs in these penalty situations. Well, now you get them in second long. That's a little bit easier.
So it is 36-0. 7:37 remaining in the third quarter. That's a Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance scoreboard update. One wide receiver split out to the left, one to the right. Fullback in for the Tigers. They hand it off to Hamilton. He gets to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. Going to be brought down at the 47-yard line. Right at the first down marker. So that's a 20-yard run by Hamilton. So the Tigers get a first down. I don't think the Admirals have had a first down so far this ball game.
I don't think they have, and if they have, it would be by penalty. I don't remember them having one offensively.
They're going to say it's third and inches. Nope, I think they're trying to move the chains.
Yeah, the ref indicated he wants the chains to move. It seems
just
like
been confusion on that.
Yeah, just confusion everywhere. Refs, chain gang, Bardstown, Danville, mostly Danville, but
Bardstown has really shot themselves in their foot a lot tonight, but have been able to overcome it.
I think they could be up 50 if they had really played disciplined football.
3 wide receivers to the left, 3 to the right. It's a screen caught at the 45 to the 40 to the 35. He's going to be brought down. Ooh, a really hard tackle by Marquise Elmore at the Admiral 33-yard line. 16-yard pitch and catch from Carson Riley to the wide receiver. Who I cannot even find on the roster for the Tigers.
I think Carson Riley's actually played a really good game so far. They haven't asked him to do a lot, but, you know, when you're in a position like this, you really just want to be a game manager when you have so many good skill guys and not make a mistake, and he does that consistently.
Yeah, first down and 10 from the Admirals' 34-yard line. It's a run to the right, and he is brought down for a 2-yard loss by Josiah Israel. They have the JV unit and some seniors in for the Tigers right now. Javion Montgomery with that 2-yard loss on the rush.
And this clock is ticking down fast, Liam, when you get that running clock.
2 running backs in the backfield. It's a run to the left, and he gets past the line of scrimmage, to the line of scrimmage. That was a great tackle by Sasha Wade just to hold on to the defender. Sasha Wade's just a fighter, man.
Yeah, Sasha Wade, man, he's been a warrior all night. I'd love to see him make plays like that. And, really just a hard season for this defense, especially with how the offense has moved the ball. But him and Josiah Israel and some of these guys, David Shelton, they've just continued to make plays and try their hardest.
3rd down and 10. This 3rd down is a very important play. It starts at Coldwell Banker VIP Realty. Montgomery to the left of Riley. It's a jet sweep, and it is contained, but he able to get past contained, but there's Laundry on the field. To the 30, to the 25 goes Montgomery, but it will come back 10 yards for that holding penalty in the backfield.
Go Ads from State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe. You all represent this area with class and make me proud to be your state senator. Go Admirals from your State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe.
Penalty flags reminder, Sheriff Taylor Bottom, never drink and drive or you'll receive a penalty. And stay tuned after the game for the Good Hands Award. It serves a Big City Pizza in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. 3rd down and 21. Ball is on the Admiral 44-yard line. One running back in the backfield to the right of Riley. 2 wide receivers split out 2 each side. Hamilton in motion. Riley keeps it. He runs up. He throws a deep ball down the sideline. It is caught by Tall Williams, and that is a 44-yard touchdown pass from Riley to Williams down the left sideline, and that was a great job by Riley. It looked like he was about to run it down the sideline, takes a deep shot, and finds his receiver.
Yeah, I think Riley's a really smart player. Like I said, they haven't asked him to do a crazy amount, but he's been so smart at the throws he has thrown and made really crucial plays. That's his 3rd touchdown of the night, and he's really got this Danville defense on their heels. They can't fully commit to this running attack with the way he's opening it up.
42-0 with 3:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Kick is up, and it is good. 43-0 with 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Go Admirals. You're number 1 in our book from your friends at the Boyle County Public Library. 307 West Broadway in downtown Danville. Open Monday through Saturday. And a really tough possession there for the Admirals. I mean, just a super long drive. The Tigers shot themselves in the foot a ton, but the defense wasn't able to get off the field. And with the running clock, we're already seeing it down to 2:20 left in the 3rd quarter. And the Admirals haven't even seen the ball yet. So it will be interesting to see what Coach Parks has. I mean, there might only be 2 or 3 possessions left in this game. So hopefully to make a special teams play here to get in some good field position and kind of rally the offense to hopefully get a score and get some confidence going into the Beechwood game.
Yeah, that Whitaker Bank touchdown pass from Riley to Tall Williams. That was just a great ball down the sideline. As I mentioned, he stopped right at the line of scrimmage and threw it on the run, and that was a pretty impressive pitch and catch right there.
Yeah, really impressive pitch and catch. And I think Riley, he throws a really pretty ball, but he's also got some great targets to throw to.
A little confusion here on the kickoff by the Tigers, but I think they're, like I mentioned earlier, they're letting the JV guys get some reps in right now. This is where, at least me growing up, you got to earn all your reps on these special teams plays. A lot of the guys that were younger got chances on special teams to prove themselves.
Yeah, you get obviously the coach wants some dogs on the field, and you do get a chance to earn some reps, whether that be this, in a playoff game or next year going into the next season.
Alex Wood with the kickoff. Kick off your next party with a great tasting pizza from Big City Pizza in Danville. He's kicking left to right on your radio dial. Trenton Sellers back deep, catches it at the 4, falls down to the 1, and he is off to the 10. Going to cut it up the middle to the right, and he breaks a tackle. He's going to get to the 15. 16 is where he will fall down.
Sellers really running hard there. I thought he maybe had some room, broke a couple tackles, but just unable to get any meaningful yards on that return.
Yeah, they'll mark him down at the 18-yard line.
Melton's Deli cheers on the Admirals. They are proud to serve up great sandwiches every day like the Big Daddy Club and the Hot Mammy for over 20 years. Melton's Deli in Danville on Main Street and next to the cinemas.
Less than a minute remains in the third quarter, 43-0. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance scoreboard update. The Admirals will probably run one play before the end of the quarter. Tight formation, Shannon Carter in at quarterback, KJ Dismo behind him. Carter takes the snap, and they run it up the middle to Dismo. He's going to get past the line of scrimmage. Going to get to the 20-yard line. So a 2-yard gain by Dismo on the play. Positive yards to start this drive. That's a good sign for the Admirals.
Yeah, absolutely, Liam. We really, positive yards seems foreign so far to us in this game, so I think you're right. Anything positive is good.
Kicker Alex Wood with the tackle on the play. Looks like he plays a little linebacker as well. 15 seconds remain in the quarter. The Admirals are huddling to the line. Tight formation to Calvin Walker and Gavin Walker are to the line. Trenton Sellers and Tavian Beasley in at the wings. So it'll pass to Trenton Sellers. He's going to get to the 20. There's a flag on the play, and I think that's going to be coming back. But that is the end of the third quarter. 43-0. The Admirals trail the Tigers. Holding on the Admiral. So it'll now be 2nd down and 18 when we return for the fourth quarter. You're listening to the home of the Admirals, WHIR, back in a minute.
Mike Gay here. Everyone at SD is cheering for our local high school teams this season. We're proud to be a sponsor and are rooting for your success both athletically and professionally. Good luck. Have a great season. And from SD in Harrodsburg and Danville, we're behind you all the way. For more information about our commitment to making the world a healthier, more hygienic place and learn more about our job opportunities, visit sd.com/careers. That's ESSITY.com/careers. sd.com/careers.
This is Steve Bertram. Join me weekday mornings for the latest sports scores and news on the Hometown Radio Network, WHIR FM and AM, WHBN FM and AM, Z105 WRNZ FM, and online at hometownlive.net. Stay tuned to Hometown Radio stations for live coverage of local games, UK games, and NASCAR racing. It's all on the Hometown Radio Network, your place to go for sports news and live broadcasts.
Welcome back to Bardstown High School, where we start the fourth quarter here for the Admirals. 2nd down and 18. Liam Tomlinson alongside my broadcast partner, Blaine Harden. It's his last game of the year before he moves on to Richmond, Virginia for his next job.
Yeah, sad I'm going to miss the playoff game, but I know you'll have a great replacement for me in your neck of the woods up in Beechwood. So been fun to watch these games this year.
Yeah, a little bit of easier drive for me next week. Usually I'm driving the 2 hours to Danville or 2 hours here tonight, but about 15 minutes, and usually I'll be working the Saturday morning 5 a.m. shift on the Gary Jeff Walker show. So my bed hitting a little early is going to feel good.
Your play-by-play guy, Liam, here. He's the hardest working man in showbiz.
2nd down and 18. High snaps to Shannon Carter. He's throwing a deep ball down the sideline to Trenton Sellers, and it's just out of bounds. There's no play to be made on the ball. It'll be 3rd down and long as the clock dwindles away in the fourth quarter.
And another 3rd and long, Liam with the penalty. I think you honestly run the same play and try to throw it up to Trenton Sellers once again.
Yeah, take chances down the field. Because you don't know about this injury with quarterback Nathan Doyle, so maybe this is your quarterback situation next week. You have to get him his reps for next week's playoff game where really it's win or go home.
Yeah, you're right. I talked about earlier that Shannon Carter at least has got some reps early in the year, but, it's been a while. It's been a couple games they've rolled with Doyle, so he needs some refreshers.
Tight formation. Toss play to Trendon Sellers, and he is going nowhere. A 3-yard loss after a great tackle by a Bardstown DB. So it'll be 4th down and a country mile to go. Caleb Wilcher with the punt for the Admirals.
This has just been a really tough offensive game for the Admirals. Probably one of their worst of the season, and hasn't exactly been a successful offensive year, but just really can't get anything rolling. And even against this second unit, it doesn't seem like they have anything going.
Kenyon Calhoun and Seven Hamilton back deep to return for Bardstown. Caleb Wilcher with a line drive punt, bounces at the 30 to the 35, going to bounce at the 40. And Hamilton decides not to pick it up. It's going to stop at the 42-yard line. And that's where Bardstown will start this drive on the Admiral 42-yard line.
And a pretty good punt to reverse field there by Wilcher. I mean, he's been really a bright spot for this Danville team all season. And even tonight, he's looked like he's been seeing ghost a little bit, how they've got to him in the rush. And obviously the kickoff return to start the game, but still pretty good job flipping the field there.
As mentioned before, the second unit in for both teams at this point. We know a lot of these Admiral players have to play both ways because the roster's really not that deep.
No, there really isn't a lot of second unit for the Admirals, and so a lot of these guys are just playing every snap they can.
Riley Hatfield in at quarterback. They have him at 0 on the roster, but he's wearing 18 tonight. Screen pass, and he is brought down by Jatavian Beasley, and that is a heck of a hit on the screen pass. He read that like a book. I'd love to see Beasley laying the boom on the receiver.
Bringing the boom. Beasley, what a hit on that one. You're right. Totally read that play, and he was all over. And honestly, I think the DBs have played really well tonight. It sucks that these guys have had to play both ways and haven't had the same success on offense.
Yeah, just what's killed the DB core this year, some passes over the top of the head, as we saw with that Tall Williams touchdown. To jet sweep, fake, and he picks it back up. And he gets to the line of scrimmage, and he is brought down by Trendon Sellers and JaCalvin Walker. They just were on the ball the whole time. That's a great job by the Danville defense to sniff out that jet sweep.
Yeah, and we're actually seeing the Danville defense have some life, which I think is good. I mean, like we said, this is really hard. You're not playing well. You've had a tough season. It's easy to quit on these last final fourth quarter plays, but they seem to have really kind of risen to the occasion here.
3rd down and 10 from the Admirals' 42-yard line. A little bit of confusion by the Tigers of who's lining up where. One wide receiver spit out to the left, one to the right, two tight to the line. In motion, it's a jet sweep, and he's running back to the 45, and the ball is loose. Kyron Coleman rips the ball out at the 50-yard line, and the Admirals recover. And this is what you love to see for the Admirals to start the second half. They'll have the ball at midfield.
Awesome play, Kyron Williams, just stripping the ball and gets the land on himself. You love when that happens. Great effort there, and way to attack the ball and get that turnover opportunity.
Yeah, the Tigers ran a jet sweep to Javion Montgomery, and he ran like 5 yards backwards to the 50, and Kyron Coleman was there reading the play, and when he brought him down, he ripped the ball out as well. And that's just an IQ play by Kyron Coleman to rip the ball out, and he ended up on the ground with it. Yeah, I'd love to see that play by the Admirals. I think that was just a high IQ play by Kyron Coleman.
Yeah, definitely the highlight of the game, and you're right, super high IQ play to know that he had an extra tackler there so he didn't have to worry about containing him. Get that ball out and get the turnover.
1st down and 10 for the Admirals from midfield. Tight formation once again. KJ Dissano in the backfield. Marquise Elmore back in at quarterback, and he's going to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he will get 1 yard on the play, but you'll never guess this, Blaine.
Hey, is there a penalty on the field?
There's a laundry on the field. It is a holding penalty on the Admirals. Penalty flags, a reminder of Sheriff Taylor Bottom, never drive without your seatbelt or you'll receive a penalty. There's over 100 yards of penalty yards on the Admirals at least tonight.
Oh, at minimum. And
First down and 20 for the Admirals. Ball on their own 40-yard line. Less than 7 minutes remain in this ball game. Marquise Elmore in at quarterback. He's him and Trendon Sellers talking about the play here. So he might look for a pass downfield to Trendon Sellers. Let's see what happens. 3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Marquise Elmore catches a high snap. He makes a defender miss, and he's looking downfield to Sellers, and he catches it at the 50, and he spins out of it. He's going to get across the middle to the 45, to the 40. That's a 20-yard pitch and catch for Marquise Elmore and Trenton Sellers. That is a first down for the Admirals. That is a Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance first down. And I saw him talk between the plays. It was just them two. Marquise Elmore and Trenton Sellers talking about what to do. And Marquise Elmore made the left end miss, shook him in his boots, rolled to his right, and at the line of scrimmage, like Riley earlier for the Tigers, throws a first down. Trenton Sellers catches it at the 50, spins out of a tackle, and gets 10 more yards. So a 20-yard pitch and catch right there. It was super impressive.
A couple highlight plays at the end of this game for the Admirals. A really good pitch and catch here. Probably the best throw of the night by the Danville Admirals. And you're right, hit the B move on him. Great play by Trenton Sellers to get that first.
First down and 10, 6 minutes remaining in the ballgame. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Bad snap dropped. Marquise Elmore might have jumped on it. Let's see if he did, and he did. So after a great play like that, you just set yourself back even more with a 6-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 16, and bad snaps have just been a theme all season.
The most trusted name in office and home supply products for over 7 years is Danville Office Equipment. With locations in Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset, DOE is a proud supporter of Danville Admirals football.
5 minutes remain in this ball game. Tight formation once again for the Admirals. Marquise Elmore in at quarterback. KJ Dismo behind him. High snap. Toss to Jatavian Beasley to the outside. Line of room to run to the 40. He's going to cut it inside to the 35. Going to get to the 32-yard line. That's a 19-yard run. 19-yard little touch pass to Jatavian Beasley. Great job right there by Beasley. A lot of green grass to run, and he got as much as he could before the Tigers closed him down.
Yeah, really nice play there to get the yards. I really like that play design. He had 2 pulling blockers, which allows him a lot of opportunity and some creativity in the run game.
Admirals looking to score right here before the end of the game. This 3rd and 2 is a very important play. So it's a Coldwell Banker VIP Realty. Tight formation. They try to toss to Jatavian Beasley again, but he slips in the backfield, so he loses 3 yards. So it's 4th and 5 for the Admirals with 4:20 remaining in this ball game.
And they kind of tried to go back to the well there, Liam, but unfortunately not able to get anything going on that play.
Jatavian Beasley's walking gingerly off the field.
The Morse Baseball Academy is cheering on the Danville football team this season. Half-hour and full-hour sessions are available from Paul Morse. Coach Morse has instructed 11 different players who would later be drafted. Go Ads from the Morse Baseball Academy, Stanford Road, right next to the Admiral Football Stadium.
4 minutes remain in the ballgame. 4th and 5 for the Admirals from the Tigers 35. They are trying to get to Tigers 30. Tight formation. Chandon Carter in at quarterback. It's a toss to Trenton Sellers. He gets to the 35. He's going to get to the 30. He spins back inside. He's going to get to the 25 to the 24. So a 11-yard pass from Chandon Carter to Trenton Sellers on that touch pass. And Trenton Sellers does Trenton Sellers things and makes plays. I was worried he tried to get too fancy right when he got to the first down marker, but Trenton Sellers can do Trenton Sellers things, spin past it for another 6 yards.
Yeah, he's just got such great feel in that position to make that spin move there. Really awesome play to get that first down.
Admirals don't seem to be in too big of a rush. 4-man front for the Tigers. They're playing pretty loaded in the box so far. Single high safety for them. KJ Dismo to the right of Chandon Carter. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Chandon Carter takes the snap. He's looking deep. He throws a slant to Trenton Sellers. He's at the 15. He is at the 11-yard line. That's where they'll mark him down at the 12. First down for the Admirals, a 12-yard pass from Chandon Carter to Trenton Sellers.
And let's get this one in the end zone, right, Liam? I mean, they could really use this one.
And the Admirals will use a timeout here to talk this over, and we will take a timeout with them. That was a Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance first down right there for the Admirals. We're going to take a quick minute break. You're listening to the home of the Admirals on WHIR.
Step into Papa's Quick Stop across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds and discover the enchanting world of Candleberry candles in the huge Candleberry corner. Refresh your world with our array of fresh cargo scents for cars for $1.99, tantalizing tarts $7.99, and delightful room sprays for $9.50. Small jars are $14.99, large jars $25.99, grand candy jars for $89.99, and a large selection of cookie jars for that special someone at $159.99. Visit us at Papa's Quick Stop across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds for an exhilarating experience.
Do you smell that? That's the fresh scent of my car after washing it at Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash. With my unlimited membership, I can wash it every single day for only $10 for the first month on any membership plan. Plus, they offer complimentary amenities including high-powered vacuums, mat cleaner, all-purpose cleaner spray, microfiber towels, and air fresheners.
For a free car wash, just text TBD Radio 22322. Again, text TBD Radio 22322. Located at Houstonville Road, Danville.
High formation for the Admirals. Puts past Marquise Elmore. He goes around to the left side. He's at the 10-5. Touchdown, Marquise Elmore. It's a touchdown for the Admirals. That is a Whitaker Bank touchdown, and Danville just scored, and you can score a job at Nesco Resource in Danville. They are hiring in Danville and the surrounding areas. NescoResource.com.
And how fun was that, Liam? What a great drive by the Admirals to end this game. Really some good confidence going into next week. I mean, great pitch play and some really good blocking by this Admiral offense. I thought the offensive line has looked very good and agile, getting out in space and getting to the second level, allowing these skill players to make plays.
Yeah, 43-6. And there's a flag on the field for a delay of game on the Admirals. Just making the extra point a little harder for Caleb Wilcher.
You know, really, Liam, that's kind of surprising. We haven't really seen penalties that much tonight, have we?
We have not, but penalty flags are a reminder. Sheriff Taylor Bottom, never drink and drive or you'll receive a penalty, making this extra point a little longer.
Danville just likes to challenge themselves. I think that's what this team has been doing.
Situational football for the playoffs. Kick is up, and it is good by Caleb Wilcher. Clock is stopped for some reason, but hey, leaving some time on the clock for this Danville comeback, trailing 43-7. You get a couple touchdowns, a couple onside kicks, and you're right back in it.
Yeah, absolutely. You got an onside kick here, Liam, to make this game a little more fun, a little bit frisky. Loved the way that offense played on that drive, though. I think that was the best offensive drive of the season for the Admirals.
Yeah, that was definitely one of them for sure.
And they just looked really smooth, and I'm surprised because we've seen them with Shannon Carter early in the season. The offense looked a little bit shaky, but getting him in that rushing threat situation, throwing those little pop passes, and a couple great plays by Trenton Sellers, as always, led to the score there. Now try to go get their lick back on defense. They've struggled to stop this Tigers attack all day. But, you know, today's a new day. Like you said, they've stopped the clock in between touchdowns, but they're probably going to let it run once the Tigers get the ball back. So just a couple more plays, and we'll see the end of this game.
The Tigers were in onside formation earlier, but now they are in their normal kick return formation.
And Danville liked to surprise them earlier when they were in the onside recovery position by kicking it deep. Let's see if they try to once again buck the trend and kick the onside kick.
Was there anything special your high school did, your kicker did on your onside kicks? And were you all ever successful? Were there any moments that an onside kick actually won you a game? We beat Highlands because we recovered an onside kick at home one time. Electric game my junior year.
Yeah, when I played under Coach Ethan Ashley at Lexington Christian, we loved to onside kick it. And I actually moved around a lot to recover those onside kicks. We were very aggressive with it, and it was a big part of our play style.
Caleb Wilcher kicking left to right, onside kick, and Bardstown drops the kick, but they were able to bounce on it at their own 33-yard line. Kick off your next party with a great tasting pizza from Big City Pizza in Danville. And the clock is running. And you have to think this is probably the last possession of the game unless the Tigers are able to score pretty quick right here. But the Admirals' second unit has been holding up pretty well against the Tigers' second unit.
Yeah, definitely. It took them a long time to score in that third quarter. A really good onside kick there. Unfortunate Danville wasn't able to recover. But you're right. I think this will be the end of the ball game. Just hopefully get out of here with no more injuries as we go into next week with Beechwood.
Bradley Hatfield in at quarterback. Running back to his right, one wide receiver to the right, three to the left. Fakes the handoff, screen pass, caught at the 35, going to the 40. He is tackled out of bounds at the 50-yard line is where they'll mark him. That is a 18-yard catch. Pass to Preston Hatfield. Little brother-to-brother connection on that play.
Yeah, pretty cool to see those brother-to-brother connections there.
Up-tempo here for the Tigers. 1:30 remains in the ballgame. Handoff, and he gets nowhere. Tackled at the line of scrimmage. Josiah Israel holding him up, and all the Bardstown players are trying to. The running back gets upset on the play. The running back was Kenyon Calhoun. Him and Josiah Israel got into it a little bit. Josiah Israel was trying to rip the ball out. Kenyon Calhoun did not like that.
Yeah, I think Josiah Israel is kind of visibly frustrated with how this game has gone. Obviously, he has continued to make plays, but, there's only so much he can do. And this is a really physical O-line there for the Tigers. The big uglies up front are doing a good job tonight, so hasn't been the easiest game.
Under a minute remaining. One wide receiver to the right, one to the left, two wings. Hatfield in at quarterback. They fake the jet sweep and run it up the middle. Running back bounces it outside to the 45, 40, to the 30. He's going to run down the sideline, and Trenton Sellers brings him down at the 13-yard line. You have a Danville Admiral player, Kyron Coleman, down in the backfield. 33 seconds remain in the ball game. It looked like running back Seven Hamilton was back in the game with that carry, and that is a. They mark him down at the 10-yard line, so it is a 40-yard run right there by Seven Hamilton. Last play of the ball game, 10 seconds remaining. Hatfield in at quarterback. They hand it up. They fake the handoff, and the quarterback gets to the outside. He's at the 10. He's going to try to cut it inside, but he's going to back. He does cut it back inside, and he is going to score as time expires. Danville could not wrap up, so it is going to be 49-7. The final. Let's see if they make them kick the extra point right here. Danville just couldn't get the stop as time expired.
And honestly, unfortunately for Danville, they couldn't get the stop there, but I think that's a pretty classless move by Bardstown. You're up 43-7, really have dominated the entire game, been overmatched against this Danville team. You need it out
and
there.
And Bardstown just running right into the locker room. They choose not to shake hands tonight, which we've had one game in my career where that happened. I don't think that was this type of game, really, but I mean, that's kind of, I don't know how you feel about that. That's a disrespectful move, in my opinion. Bardstown's going straight to the locker room. Some coaches go out to the middle now. Well, I don't know what's really going on here. There's a little talk between Coach Parks and the Bardstown coach at midfield right now. It's pretty interesting to see what's going on.
Yeah, in my opinion,
Coach Parks and Gundy are going at it, a little chest bump at midfield. The coaches have to be separated. The coach for Bardstown is being held back. I wonder what he could be saying. You just won 49-0, and now the Bardstown players are on the field. You have to think going to the locker room on the field. You can't just say, hey, Commissioner Tackett might take a look at this going into next week. Why are the players coming out of the locker room going to the midfield? Danville's trying to shake hands right here.
We talked about it, Liam, that these teams both need to be really careful because you can be suspended for the next game, and there's a playoff game coming up. Really foolish by both sides. Just get back to the locker room if you can't shake hands.
You won 49-0. Get off the field, shake hands. I think that's just a disrespectful move. I don't know. You bring the starters back in for that last drive. I don't know. Things are getting hot here in Bardstown. I don't know how you're a head coach of a 7-3 program. You're getting in an argument with the 0-10 Admirals coach Frank Parks.
Yeah.
And then you're getting all chesty.
You've done your talk on the field all night. Just let it go. Let the game be. Let bygones be bygones. Absolutely insane.
We didn't get a flag
here
this time. The first time we don't get a flag all night is for the post-game altercation between the coaches. I mean,
well, at least we got to see some fireworks.
We said before the game, man, this game's indicative of the season. And this right here at the end of the game says it all. We got the cops on the field. They're hanging out. The two teams are finally separated. You got one Bardstown coach talking to one Danville coach. Bardstown's finally trying to work their way to the locker room.
Glad we got them to serve and protect there. That's really good to get those guys broken up.
I mean, your Bardstown players, you come back on the field after you already went to the locker room. You got to think, if you check the film, you could have some people probably suspended for the first half next game or suspended for the game. I don't think they do first halves in high school.
Yeah, and there was some good
And
players
it was Marshall. Marshall came back on the field trying to defend his coach.
Yeah, and
that could be a big loss if they do look at this.
And I completely understand as a player you want to defend your coach, but I hope that doesn't come back to bite him. And we'll see what happens.
I don't know. I think that's just a bad example you set for your players, getting chesty with another coach at midfield. It's high school football.
It was a bad look to go for the touchdown to begin with, and we all know it. And regardless of what may have been said or what happened on the field, you just knee it out. You be the bigger person. But obviously both of them are
If you had your JV unit in, I'd get it, but you got the starters back in.
Yeah.
I don't really understand what we're doing here, but, hey, we'll come back after this break. The Admirals fell to the Tigers 49-7, and things got tested here at midfield. Coach is bumping chest. Grundy has to get held back for the Tigers. Oh, my gosh. We'll be back with the postgame show. You're listening to Home of the Admirals, WHIR. Back in 3 minutes.
Are you considering starting a business or expanding your existing business? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Ricky Peterson. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank at the Danville Main Street office. As a part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-236-9822. Let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Danville Dealmaker, Bob Allen.
Lease and save at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease a new 24 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for only $199 per month for 24 months. $58.79 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock M24173. Must be a current leasee. Bob Allen Chevrolet on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com. Together, let's drive.
Hey, Joe Mathis.
Yes, Radio Rick.
It's the 21st season of the Pigskin Report.
We're back Monday evenings from 6 o'clock until 7 with interviews with the head football coaches from Danville, Boyle County, Mercer County, Garrett County, Lincoln County, Center College head football coach Andy Fry, and UK head coach Mark Stoops.
We'll broadcast live from the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen.
The DQ of Harrodsburg Pigskin Report, Mondays from 6 o'clock until 7 on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net.
When it comes to pizza, I'm a little particular. I like a vintage homemade tossed dough and sauce, plenty of toppings like a cheesy top and a light crunch on the bottom. I want a New York taste or sometimes that deep dish Chicago style. Say what? Big City Pizza Company. They make award-winning pizzas, sandwiches, desserts. Great place for pizza parties with the Big Bambino, oval, and 2-foot pizza. Order for your flavor now at BigCityPizzaKY.com.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
Danville Dealmaker, Bob Allen.
At Bob Allen GMC, we are professional grade. Lease a new 24 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab SLE for only $279 per month for 24 months. $62.61 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock M24188. Must be a current leasee. Bob Allen GMC on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Funny enough, the one time in my collegiate career, and obviously in my high school career, we didn't shake hands, was against a Coach Frank, a Coach Parks coached Bryan Station team in the first round of the playoffs. I just think that's kind of a funny coincidence right here. But man, that was. I don't understand if you're not shaking hands while you're going to midfield anyway, if you're the Georgetown coach.
Yeah, I just
won 49-7.
Regardless, I disagree with not shaking hands. That's part of kind of the good of high school football. But regardless of whose decision it is, you don't try to shake hands. But it just sounds like there was some beef all game between these two sides, and kind of came to a head there at the end of the game. Hopefully none of these guys get suspended for a playoff game, because that's one of the great joys of playing high school football, is getting able to represent your team or city or county in the playoffs and maybe fight for a state championship, which I think it looks like Bardstown's going to be able to do, but hopefully none of those guys are suspended.
Yeah, so let's go over the scoring summary and some stats real quick. Amani Marshall, 30-yard punt return TD, made it 7-0 with 10:19 remaining in the first quarter. Keeson Gray's 7-yard touchdown reception made it 14-0 with 5:32 in the first. Kenyon Calhoun, 7-yard rushing TD, made it 21-0 with 9:02 remaining in the second quarter. Amani Marshall, 7-yard rushing TD, he got the 2-point conversion, made it a 29-0 Bardstown lead with 3 minutes left in the first half. Caden Stone made it a running clock and 3-yard touchdown run with 49 seconds remaining in the half. And at halftime, Bardstown led Danville 36-0. Hakeem Tall Williams, the 44-yard touchdown catch, made it 43-0 with 3 minutes remaining in the third. Marquise Elmore had an 11-yard touchdown catch, 43-7 was the score with 2:43 remaining. So Marquise Elmore got a touchdown on the board for the Admirals tonight. That's a positive momentum, but we're kind of worried about Nathan Doyle and some of these injuries going into this playoff game, which I hope everything's okay with him. There's a lot we got to figure out after the show. We'll try to get throughout this week, talk with Coach Parks during the weekly interviews. We'll ask Joe to give us some updates for you all right here on WHIR. Blaine, if you could go over the stats for tonight's game.
Yeah, absolutely. And the stats were actually a lot better in the second half for the Admirals compared to the first. Yeah, they end the game with 59 total yards, 82 passing yards, and still negative 23 rushing yards. Just nothing going in that rushing attack tonight. A lot of negative plays. However, they get a touchdown at the end of the game. A really solid game by Trenton Sellers, 46 yards receiving, and that final one being a touchdown reception. On the flip side of it for Bardstown, I mean, they were really good all night, all across the board, getting a lot of different guys involved. 369 yards passing, 98 in the air, and 271 on the ground. Just a really dominating performance rushing. Seven Hamilton, 125 yards, probably the player of the game for them. As good as Amani Marshall played, not a ton of rushing yards, just 31, but had the great kick return. And Tykeem Tall Williams was also very good with 54 receiving yards. Just a lot of guys contributing to this dominating performance tonight.
Boyle County beat Frederick Douglass 38-17. Once again, the final here in Bardstown is 49-7. We'll be back with the Good Hands Award when we return. You're listening to the Danville Admiral Coaching Show, a service of PBL America, a leader in the automotive industry of plastic injection molding, now hiring in Danville. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Home of the Admirals, WHIR.
Are you considering starting a business or expanding your existing business? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Ricky Peterson. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank at the Danville Main Street office. As a part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-236-9822. Let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hello, I'm Rob Cottle of Farmers National Bank. Thank you to the teachers and coaches who help make our local schools and community strong. In the past 5 years, Farmers National Bank has donated more than $250,000 to local schools and education. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank, member FDIC.
This is Andrew Hager with news about Boyle County's first residential addiction treatment center. Altogether Recovery provides specialized addiction treatment services, specifically tailored for men struggling with drug and alcohol misuse. Altogether Recovery, opening soon.
This is how we doing it with this Chrysler of Lawrenceburg. In 2024, they are making deals real. With their educated personal staff, they make shopping fun and buying easy.
Do you want a newer vehicle? Want a truck for under $25,000? Need your vehicle service? Needing a place that's going to treat you right? Well, Withers is the way. Check them out, Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
This is one place I will not pass on deals with wheels for the 2024.
Big deals.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with big deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with big deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Dunn's Holiday Catering here for your affordable catering need. Call 734-3675 to get your turkey smoked, baked, or fried. And some of our homemade sides like broccoli casserole, macaroni and cheese, dressing balls, gravy, country ham, and more. So don't let your turkey be jerky. Call 734-3675 and let Dunn's do the cooking for you. We're also available for all your holiday and office parties. So call 734-3675. Don't let your holiday be without Dunn's. It's not a holiday until it's done.
Welcome back to Bardstown High School, where the Admirals fell to the Tigers 49-7. This is the Danville Admiral postgame show. It serves PDL America, a leader in the automotive industry of plastic injection molding, now hiring in Danville. It's time for the Good Hands Award, and tonight's Danville Admiral Good Hands Award winner is Marquise Elmore. It's a service of Big City Pizza with good hands, make good pizza. Big City Pizza, the Danville Manor Shopping Center. I think Elmore touched out at the end of the game. He had a couple big catches on that last drive to get him into the end zone. He just was a gamer on defense all game. He's been a gamer on defense all year, and I think it's time to give some Marquise Elmore some more love.
Yeah, you're right. He deserves some love, and a really good final drive there by Elmore. Great to see him get in the end zone. We had that 4-game stretch in the middle of the season where you didn't see any points. It's just good to see some points get on the board, get some guys some confidence on offense going into the playoff next week.
Yep. So the Admirals are in Northern Kentucky next week, where they'll play Beechwood in the first round of the K-8 SAA 2A playoffs. Will be a 7:30 kickoff. Pre-game coverage will start at 7. Joe Mathis, the fantasy football guys, will start at 6. Thank you all for listening, Blaine. I appreciate you joining me along for the season. Our main guy, don't want to say his name, Dalen, dipped on me to start. And Blaine stepped up and was able on last second to go to a lot of these places, and I've been very appreciative of his help.
Oh, yeah, it's been super fun to travel around the state with you, getting to watch this Admirals team. Hopefully you see some success up there in your neck of the woods. But, really good guy that does a lot for the Admirals and for the Danville community. We love Liam Tomlinson here.
Thank you all for listening. Thanks to Mike Finney in studio, running the board, doing a great job as always. The Admirals 0-10. Second straight winless season. They look to change that in the first round to the playoffs next week against me. Thank you all for listening and have a great night. You're listening to Home of the Admirals, WHIR.
Danville Admirals football is on WHIR, FM 103.9 and AM 1230. Today's Admiral football action is brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, Community Trust Bank, Big Deals Online Store, Essity, Stewart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda, Inter-County Energy Cooperative, Big City Pizza, Farmers National Bank, McClure Bailey, Attorneys at Law, Dunn's Barbecue Catering and Restaurant, Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash, Monticello Baking Company, Lee's Famous Recipe, Bob Allen Motor Mall, Whitaker Bank of Danville, Bluegrass South Livestock Market, Papa John's Pizza, Withers Chrysler of Lawrenceburg. Today's game is heard around the world on hometownlive.net, powered by KentuckyWiMAX.com. Admiral football is on AM 1230 and FM 103.9 WHIR.
Now, the John B. Wells Show on WHIR. This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 10:02.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking.